being a bum.
It was enjoyable to watch. It gave me something.
You're.
What surprise?
What didn't tell?
Yes, please.
Did you get any new?
Sliver, I
Huh?
just want to
Did you
try.
get any new?
No.
What do you want?
Just dip in whatever you have
I
there.
fucking wish,
I'm
man.
cool.
They're waiting till dinner. Don't you worry. 7 o'clock. They're gonna hit us up.
Please. Can I have one of these?
Yeah, of course.
For the arrow?
No.
How do you feel? Do you
Yeah, this
feel
was the best
older?
thing ever.
Feel
Really
different?
I
fucking
do.
did
I
the
do
thing.
feel. I feel like I'm in my late 20s.
I don't know.
Is it good? Is it a good feeling?
It's just the hot sauce.
Best year of your life or what?
It's like
It
whatever you
actually
want.
tastes like a
When you
veggie
turn
burger.
28?
I'm like,
Yeah.
Like literally.
What? Yeah.
I've had Beyond Burgers that taste like this.
Oh.
What's this green stuff in it though?
Part of the
salsa. So it's probably peppers.
Is everyone having
Yeah.
one or what's the move?
Yeah, you want one?
I don't want to. But like, if people want it, I don't want to have a full one.
No, people just weren't sure if we would like it, so we're
God.
going halves.
Okay.
Halfsies. I would toss some hot sauce on it if I were you.
Oh yeah.
Two little Leos.
Yep.
Do you want lots or a little?
I love
My
it.
best friend has the same birthday with me as well. My niece is the same
That's good,
birthday.
thanks.
Wow.
Oh, my
And then
brother
sauce
and my
them.
sister-in-law got married on my birthday.
Oh my god, what a day.
Yeah.
So-
They all like on unreal.
Do you want mayo?
Yeah.
Unreal.
The best bet is mustard and hot sauce.
Best bet. Throw a little ketchup on that shit.
You don't like the mayo?
Hi.
Huh?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Me?
I'm so glad.
No
Tastes
peanut?
like food.
Well, yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
That was me yesterday. I was really so happy. I was like, yes.
Good, eh?
I feel like if I didn't
Team
have
game.
that softness in the fridge, I would like choose to eat it.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, Braden.
But,
Were you tasty?
Thank you so much.
But of course.
I paid $25.
That's the most
at a restaurant.
smoker thing I've
Not
ever said.
25 bucks.
I think he's serious.
Uh,
But I mean, if
I
you
was
switch it
little
up, do the shake, do this. Do you know what I mean? It's still.
No, you
it's
got that
still-
50 cents still?
You should bring this back to your menu
It's still hard, but.
at Local.
Hey, look out.
You work at local? Stop.
Part-time.
Love.
Part-time. But not really since COVID has started because
Fair.
it's been closed twice.
That's just like
And I
me.
have another job, so I'm always like, give shifts to the girls who really need it, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tough times out there.
My mouth is on fire.
Me too.
When this is all said and done, I want to get everyone to come to my restaurant because
Where do you work?
the
KEG.
Steakhouse?
the keg.
The cake.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, you're fancy.
I am. I
You
wear
went
the
for
tie.
the. You were the tie.
Fancy.
Oh,
Welcome to
Avril
La
Lavigne.
Keg. My name is Victoria. I'll be your server this evening. This evening we have a nice prime rib coming off the roast at a nice medium rare. Don't you worry. If you like it cooked up a little more, we're happy to cook it up for you.
Oh my god.
like yours well done,
It's gonna be
don't you?
making
No,
me
I like
swallow.
mine.
I think you
Oh.
do too.
Go.
I like medium rare.
Why do I like it?
All right, guys,
You
I
like
need to
everything
hydrate
else
up
well
in
done.
here.
How do you know that?
Because every time I make something, you're like,
Okay, you're
I
right.
need it more hard.
Okay, you're right.
It's like you don't like wet eggs.
That's different.
I think we take them out.
But if
I
you're
think the best.
okay,
bet
so
is to
I'm
take them
I'm
out.
not gonna lie to
Let
you.
them
So for the
harden.
longest time, I did like my
Take 'em
steak
out.
well done.
Yeah, so they're not gonna harden, remember?
But then I
I
discovered
don't believe.
medium,
Mm-hmm.
and
I don't.
I realized that you lose the taste when you do it well done, and it's just dry.
I like medium rare.
Me too.
Ooh,
I like it
just above medium,
like so in
between
I
medium and
like
medium
I
well.
like
I like
that.
medium well.
I don't watch
Oh
it.
wow.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Same. Between like medium and between medium and medium well.
Yeah,
right?
that's how I
somewhere
like it.
between
Yep.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, at my restaurant you can get that. You can just have to click the two
Medium rare.
buttons and they'll put it right in.
Medium
Yeah.
rare. I like a bloody plate.
Not me. No
Really?
way.
So it's
You
like,
like blue rare?
dripping in blood.
No, thank you.
Not blue. No.
Barely cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the same.
I can't.
Have you ever had a blue steak?
Because then the texture is different.
No.
It's like
Is it not cold?
I like black.
They're kind of cool.
yeah.
I was gonna say like.
Okay, when I worked at
Yay.
a breakfast,
Serious, I could say
a
like
guy would order a blue rare steak.
It was 3
with
ingredients.
second side of eggs and a glass of milk, and it was
I
every
slaved
day.
away. I got up in the middle of
I
the
was like,
night
are
to
you
let
kidding
it
me?
sit, and then I had to do all this stuff.
raw
Yeah, I can
meal
imagine.
I had to cut the arm.
ever.
Glass of milk.
It's a really raw.
Glass of
How
milk
are
instead
they?
of
Steak for
eggs.
me.
Oh damn.
Are they hard?
Yeah, but
So it was work.
Tina's right. Like we fucked it up with the jam.
Did we?
Well,
Oh, hands down. That jam's not gonna hurt.
tomorrow I think they'll be good. The one with the
Tomorrow.
thick jam is pretty crazy. Where's that?
No, wait, no.
Oh, fuck.
They're okay though.
That was.
These ones are.
I think you need to wipe off the excess.
We're getting through, guys. We're getting through.
So is Shirley.
This one's just gonna have to be whatever.
You guys all done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brayden.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, pal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, you want tequila?
Well, there's
Tequila.
absolutely nothing to do ever.
request to
So
do
it
is,
really comes down to it.
Yeah.
You just make
Get
it.
some booze.
Another
on
batch.
that.
Come on. Another batch. Oh, I keep thinking the
Yeah, these are good.
Tequila or vodka?
the ones that don't have anything on them.
Yeah.
I can't with vodka.
You can't?
Unless it's like super.
This one makes
Flavored?
vodka.
The
Oh,
jam.
Tequila or vodka?
What is that?
Love
Oh,
tequila.
Really?
Wow. Love tequila.
I
I
don't
love
lick my
ground
finger.
tequila.
It's disgusting.
I don't know, tequila,
Don't,
like,
it's
it
something you can't
burns
eat.
when it
Oh,
goes
yeah.
down, and I could feel it literally going down and into my chest, right into my
Oh,
stomach.
so
and then
tired.
It hits my head.
But then coming up, you're like, huh,
Feel
all
that?
is well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually
The
get tequila
smell of
shots
vodka
before.
gets me. I don't know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's
yeah.
brutal. It's so bad.
I do vodka sodas with a lime or lemon.
I prefer like a gin soda.
Gin soda's good too.
Love. That's my go-to.
Love a gin soda.
Gin
Oh, just
soda
put them
or
in the
beer?
dishwasher, actually.
Okay.
That's what I'll do.
Beer and a clam.
Okay.
Sorry.
Like whiskey too.
Really, you're a whiskey
Cognac.
drinker.
Get
Fried
a
fingers
little
are good. I like
Henny.
them, but they just get crazy.
No, eh?
No, I don't like Hennessy.
It's tough. It is tough.
Yeah. I supposed to fire it, but I'm gonna fire it.
I know.
Yeah, great
Not
job.
yet.
It's so
Anyone
cheap in
claim
the
to
States though.
Is it actually?
Yeah, well, I mean everything is, I guess. But every time I go down,
Oh,
I
my
get
legs
like
are
a
sore.
GG and a Henny.
What were these for?
Oh, I think they're extra.
Oh, okay.
That's cool, too.
Where is it? Shop.
Oh, that's in the prank cabinet.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Imagine me at space if you caught me.
I know.
You caught me.
I always do.
What kind of is?
Probably because I'm doing things. No?
Check it.
Production, how do I look?
Thank you.
You should have a little birthday strut into your camera.
I know.
Come out.
I should.
And do a nice little spin. A
I
little
was in
fat.
DR. They were like, "Oh yeah, just hang there. We're just trying to make you look good." I was like, "I already look good." They're like,
Love
"Oh, okay.
it.
How about this? We're reframing the camera."
Love the confidence.
We're done with this, hey?
I think so.
You done?
Yeah.
You're gonna put it in the fridge, right?
Yeah, put it in the fridge. Some of you.
I'll throw the bread out though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think here, I'm gonna have a bite of it actually.
Yeah?
I'm gonna make tea.
Make a tea.
Starting to, like,
Wake
feel-
your ass up a little bit.
You're good.
You want a bite?
Yeah.
Oh, you got one.
Don't ruin my cake like that.
Sorry. Don't disrespect my cake like that.
It's fine.
Yep, thank you. So good. It is great.
Oh,
It's very rich.
Got it?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Impressive how much it tastes like.
I know. I pay good money for it.
How's the pizza turn out?
Don't eat them.
These ones are really, really good.
Pizza jam
Somebody,
flavor.
honestly,
I'm
somebody
really dying.
Tina was in
Jesus.
here when we were jamming them.
What?
When Tina was here when we were jamming them, she said the jam was a bad idea. Oh, well, those are hardening. I don't know. They're pretty sticky.
You might need the candy a bit.
These are good though, eh?
Yeah. Well,
This
but
one's
you have to
fucked up.
have color difference. You gotta know. You gotta
When
pour
to-
with
when
what
to
you got.
see.
I think good.
You guys keep winning. Hydrogen winning.
So what if you guys want to move the chest for?
I know, this is the the tough part.
You're gonna need to
You
get
have
like
to
a
play
lid
here.
or like a tray.
You can just,
Yeah. We could put them on a baking tray or something.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna have a green tea.
I just wish we had something I could like paint lines on with like barbecue sauce or something.
What about spaghetti noodles?
Yeah, they're locked up.
I think I can open it.
Can you? It's
Where are you
burning hot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll fix that to my cod.
Stop. That's the worst.
It actually makes me angry. Like, you're
Oh,
when you're home alone.
fuming. Fucking fuming.
That's kind of cool about this.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I know. Did it turn off? Your key's ready.
Yeah, I heard it. Sorry.
I heard it screaming.
I like didn't know how to
Oh.
open that when I used it first time.
Me neither.
I was like, what the fuck is this? I have an electric kettle?
I love my electric kettle.
Very toasty.
Love it.
Just gonna sit here and eat it.
Take them away downtown.
Pretty good.
Number 10?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to.
Right seat, good.
Where outside?
Actually, Expedia.
Yeah.
Oh,
Medium.
I haven't been outside today. Anyone else?
No,
I
it's
haven't.
hot.
only in my walk in.
Was it
I
nice?
love your walking.
It was so nice, bro.
They're all around the world.
We're going everywhere. Finding people's
Thank you,
water
thank you.
bottles.
Is it sunglasses nice?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not as many as other
hey.
days, at least not when I went out.
So it's gonna have to
But it
be
was-
a.
Kakalaki.
Maybe I should go with
The
that.
house sort of thing.
Good
On YouTube.
Thanks so much.
No, seriously.
I'm gonna go get my sunglasses and then come.
Sounds like a plan.
Grab this yellow.
Sunny's.
Like the soft, the softest one.
You never know. I think it might.
Yes.
You love.
I'm feeling this look.
I'm feeling your look too. You got really good style, Ro.
Thanks.
I like your steez.
Tara, where was that saran wrap?
I never saw saran wrap.
Yeah.
Kiefer, thank you. So sweet.
Can I?
Birthday boy.
I've been known to do that.
Yeah. It's a nice temperature in here, though. How are you two feeling after your walk?
The walk was good. I
Stairs?
might have to do it again later. I know, right? Moving. It's so hard to not be so lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I've never done this much like sitting ever. I don't even remember.
No, I'm usually steady built. when I'm
Never.
I know. Usually I'm
Always
like,
so busy.
oh yeah, well, especially with kids, I can't like, do
Yeah.
you even get the chance to sit?
Now that they're getting older, but when they're real young, like yeah, you don't even really sleep. You're just like walking around in days like, where am I? Kind of like this. But no, they're getting like pretty independent now, so it's fine. But just
Yeah.
you're always busy.
What are both your kids into? What do they love?
Like sports wise,
Anything.
or like
Just what-
anything.
what's their passion?
My son loves this little Switch.
Oh, yeah.
He's really into that. He loves Minecraft and Mario. Those are
So
like,
does Christian. Christian loves those two.
yeah, he's really good. especially with the Minecraft.
It's amazing, actually.
Some
How
of the
good
stuff
they
he can
can.
build,
It's like,
I'm
what? Really?
Because I watch him do it, and I'm like, I don't even understand what you're doing.
I know,
Like,
Christian is crazy, and he's explaining it, and I'm like, just way over my head.
Yeah, he
Right?
also really likes like traditional Legos. Like we got him like big like Lego table for Christmas, and he loves doing that.
Christian likes he likes that, but he loves taking stuff apart. Like he loves like all these remote control cars and stuff. He
Yep.
loves to try and take them apart and see how
Oh,
they
that's
work.
cool. Maybe he's actually gonna.
Yep.
Yeah, Lev is like, he never really got into the cars or anything. He's actually very like artistic. He likes to draw and like try to write books, but he can't write, so. He tries though.
Scribbles on a
They're pretty
page.
good. He's very like heartfelt. Like his favorite movie is Titanic. And
gosh.
for his birthday, since we usually do experiences, if it wasn't COVID, he wanted me to find like a Titanic museum,
Oh, sweet.
which I'm sure there must be somewhere.
Yeah,
But
for
then,
sure.
like, COVID happened. I was like, well, I'll just wait and see if you're still into
Yeah.
it. But I was like, I would actually like to do that as well.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
And then my daughter is a super, like, she's rough and tumbly, where, like, she's always covered in bruises. I brush her hair, but then it's always crazy. But she is a girly girl. Like, 5 dresses a day. She's always switching her shoes. She always has, like, a little purse, and she's pretending to put makeup on. She loves Barbies. But then she like wrestles with her brother, so it would be funny to see which way she goes. Yeah. And she's really independent. Like if she doesn't want to play with somebody, she won't, which I love about her. Like if she's just like
Direct to the point.
Yeah, like if we like.
I wonder if she like her mom like that?
Yeah, like if we get together with like, and there's like a bunch of kids, like she's very social, but if there's something that she wants to do and not everybody wants to do it, she doesn't care. Like she'll just go. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna go play with the dollhouse. Doesn't matter if you guys are swimming. That's what I want to do.
God love her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
My son is a little bit of a follower though. He'll do whatever anybody else is doing,
Yeah.
and he doesn't really like to make decisions. So I hope they can kind of like balance each other out a little
as
bit.
they get older. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
It'd be fun to see them grow up.
It is very fun to see like, oh, like, you know,
Yeah.
what kind of people are you gonna be? What do you like? And then yeah, Farrah starts school this year, and I feel like I'm gonna have a hard time with it.
Yeah.
I didn't have a hard time with my son going to school because I think I was so tired because Farrah was like a small baby. Like I had her the year that he was going, so I was so overwhelmed at home with Ryan
Yeah.
gone, like
Yeah.
with like a newborn baby, like constantly on my boob, and then like a really busy boy running where I was like, okay, you have to go to school because I can't handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But knowing that Farrah is most likely like I can't see me having any more kids, and then she's gonna be going to school.
Aw.
I know.
Be an adjustment for sure.
Yeah, and she's just so good. Like I love having her at home. She's not a problem. Like she's just such a good little girl. Like if she was more like crazy and a handful, I'd be like, bye.
I can't wait to see pictures.
Yeah,
Oh, I can't wait
know.
for you
Right?
guys to see pictures.
Can't wait to see like everyone's lives.
That's what I mean,
I
right? Like just
know.
pictures and
Because it's like in here, you really only know like.
It's so hard to like visualize.
yeah.
Although I pictured with Austin's pictures, I pictured because she said that her sister looks so much like her, and that her friend, like I felt like what I was thinking in my head matched
Yeah.
what I saw, which is kind of fun.
Funny.
Yep, yep, yep. What's Christian's middle name?
I don't think he has a. Oh, Robert. Sorry. Yeah.
Yep.
Christian Robert.
Yeah, that would be so. I would love to go to Newfoundland. That would be a great family trip. The kids can play together. That would be fun.
Yeah. He's such an outgoing kid, but he's got such a big heart,
Yeah,
right? He just loves everyone.
so cute. So cute.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
I had to switch my hat.
Yeah.
Kyle's hat was hurting my head. I'm not allowed to dye my hair until end of next Thursday.
Really? Huh.
Banana.
Banana. Banana.
Yeah.
So good. Banana. Do you think other seasons have come up with a banana?
Oh God, yeah.
Every
We're not the first.
every
to come up
BB
with code
can
words.
should have a safe word.
Yeah. Got a lot of safe words. Banana, melon.
And then when you're like really pissed off, it's like kiwi.
Yeah.
Somebody comes at me, just kiwi, bro. Give me a minute. This is not a melon. This is a kiwi. You're gonna want to wait.
that
You
one
hear
been
kiwi, you back the fuck up.
What?
Has that one been established yet? Or is it just a
Not yet, but I should
She's
pass it
starting a
along.
trend here now.
All right,
This is
kiwi.
Yeah, kiwi is like,
Yep.
trust me, this is not melon. This is a little kiwi, but if you give me. Are you like that? Like if you're like, I actually can't see you being confrontational at all. Like if you're upset with somebody.
It takes a lot.
A lot? Yeah.
A lot to get me flared up.
Yeah.
lot.
What would be an example of something that just grinds your gears?
Well, I guess there was an incident.
Ooh, here we go.
I love how she
Incident.
says. I love how she says. I guess there was an incident where it's like, okay, so this happened.
Yeah.
So where I'm currently living, I guess it's an older neighborhood kind of people. And when we first moved in, the gentleman across the street came over, and this was in one of the winter storms. I was down at the bottom doing the driveway, and he came across. And he said, "Hey, how's it going? Blah blah blah. Nice to see you, meet you. Blah blah blah. You know, neighbor, new to the neighborhood." And then he said to me, he said, "Is that your husband up there?" It was Sherry up the top of the driveway. And I said, "No." I said, "This is my partner, Sherry." He said, "Oh." And he backed away a few steps. And he turned around and walked away. So, all right, that's fine, whatever. Mm-hmm. So anyways, never thought. Anyways, that was like five years ago, right?
Yeah.
So just before coming here, we had a bit of a storm. And I didn't want to shovel the driveway or snowblow because I didn't want to injure her or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
So I hired a plow to come do the driveway. So anyways, the plow did the driveway, and he plowed it over kind of in front of Buddy's house. It wasn't impeding on his driveway or anything like that. It was just blocking his view or some shit, right? So he actually came out. His driveway and everything was done. He came out, got all dressed up, hauled out his snowblower, walked across, stood at the bottom of our driveway, started flailing his arms at us, going nuts, right? Like, again, this is, kind of, you just get a vibe from him. Like, he's not approving type thing.
Yeah.
And I that just really grinded my gears.
Yeah.
So he started flailing these arms and look what you did and blah, blah, blah and all this. And I'm thinking, dude, you haven't spoken to us in like 6 years. And the one time we get a plow to do the driveway and this is what you're doing. Anyways, for whatever reason, it just really grinded my gears just for the fact of what he initially did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I kind of went a little apeshit.
Yeah. Really?
I would like get
I
on
kind
my
of just,
driveway.
yeah.
Well,
just
and it's
kinda-
like, it's
and
snow.
he come up and he was getting confrontational and stuff like that, right? And it's like, buddy, I'm not.
And it
I'm
wasn't
not-
even in his driveway.
It wasn't even in his driveway. Like, so anyways, I gave back to him and then he turned around and went off. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But that was probably like the one time, maybe.
And it might have been because of
10
like
years.
the way he treated you before, and now you're like, okay, well now you're just
And the way
messing
he
with-
and the way
this has
he
been
continue,
bottling
right?
for 5 years.
The way
yeah.
you continue, right? Like
Yeah.
I would wave or anything like that, and it was just you just know,
Yeah.
right? You just know,
Yeah.
you know the type, right?
Yeah.
So it just grinded my gears that day. So, anyways, he got a mouthful, a few F-bombs.
Oh, I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
Sure, he was in the fits laughing because I don't get like it, right?
Yeah, well, that's why I
Like,
would
at
like
all.
to see it because you're just so like cool, calm, and collected that I feel like when you like blow a gasket, it's good.
When it blows.
Yeah, it's good.
Like I said,
And that's so
I can
annoying
count
too.
down one hand how many
Because you're
times.
like, it's snow, bro.
Like relax, right? And he
like,
was
what do you want me to do about it? I can't control. Like, it's got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
If it's not
You know,
blocking
and
his
he's
driveway.
like, well, this is going to flood me out. And oh, no. I'm like, dude, it's the middle of fucking January. You don't honestly think it's going to flood you out right now?
If it floods you out, it's flooding me out too.
It's just, he grinded my gears that day for some reason. Other than that, I mean, nothing really gets me going. Takes a lot. If somebody's very abrasive or disrespectful,
Yeah,
I think that could get me flared up.
for sure.
What gets you geared up, Tara?
I'm not like too far. Like I can get more like agita. right? Like I can just like get like more annoyed, but not to like snap or like really yell. Like it's got to be a lot. I can't even think of. I get more like agitated, more annoyed, but then it's like comes on quick, and then it's like nah, over it.
Yeah.
I can't even remember the last time I like really. I'd have to think about it.
Yeah,
But I'm sure like with my husband, like he'd be like, oh yeah, sometimes she can be a.
I know, right?
Do you know what I mean?
Sherry's watching live feeds now, saying, "Mm-hmm."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with stuff like that, like we definitely like beak sometimes, but not. I'm trying to think of the last time like I got like really. I feel like I'm like similar to you, like if I saw somebody being like really like disrespectful to somebody else or
bullying
something, like that would piss me off. Where I would kind of be like, but if I do clap off, it's not good.
Really?
No.
I'm excited.
No.
Yeah.
Just because I don't really I don't back down. If I'm gonna go for it, I won't back down.
Yeah.
So that's probably why it doesn't happen often. I try and be like,
Yeah. Yeah, I have more teeth marks in my tongue than you can count, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a lot.
In my day to day, I don't really like get that upset with anything unless like there's multiple things hitting all at once.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're just like,
I try to normally go the high road.
Yeah. I usually
When I was
do.
younger, I used to pop off more. But like now that like I'm older, it's just like, how much is it really
It's
worth
not
it?
worth the extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
The
like
time invested into that, right?
yeah, sometimes the energy that you put into it, it's just like
Like I've never.
I'm more
really-
like it's just not even worth my time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I've never really had like a fight with a friend or anything. Like I'm just like I'm too like
That's
yeah. Yeah, but like usually like I would never like fight with a friend or anything like
No.
that. I would just be like, oh,
I'm like if a friend is like upset with me, I'm very like I look inward. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
always try and see like if it's a friend, like I'm like, oh, like I don't get defensive when it's friends. Like I'm always like, I'm sorry you made me feel that, or if I made you feel that way, like I want to.
yeah.
Figure it out. Like,
Oh,
let me know.
if it's somebody close to me, it's just
Absolutely.
it's not worth it. Like I'll be like, because that's always like how like somebody feels, right? It might not be like my intention for what made them feel that way,
Yeah.
but if it's somebody that's close to me, like I'm like, nope, let's talk it out. I'm sorry, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no qualms with like apologizing for things like that.
Yeah. As I get older, it's definitely easier to be like, yeah, maybe I was the dick in that situation.
Yeah.
You know?
Because sometimes you just don't see it, right?
Yeah.
I've had like different situations with friends, like where they've said to me, like, "Oh, like I felt this way," and I honestly like had no idea. Like I was like, "Oh my god, I would rather a friend like tell me than not and let it simmer." Do you know what I mean? And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
Yeah, and then it festers up into
Yeah,
something
yeah,
that,
yeah.
you know.
Because then you just don't know. And you could be doing it, and they could just still be staying
doing
annoyed.
it. Yeah, I haven't. I'm trying to think if there's any times. I don't know.
It's crazy to think that we're on day 10, but it will only be the 3rd episode tonight.
And why?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's tonight.
It's so weird.
It's
Like
Monday today. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild. And then
it really is.
another one in 2 days.
I feel though like if
Wednesday,
it's
Thursday.
if it's 70 days in here though, I'm pretty sure when we're halfway through day 12 that it's like a quarter of the game is done, which is kind of bananas to think about.
And at that point, only one person will have left.
Is that how I figured it? Yeah. Or no? What was it? No, or was it 20? What was the day
Would have
per
to be-
quarter? If it was 70
17.
divided by 4.
17 and a
One.
half.
17. Oh yeah, 17 and a half, not 12 and a half.
But even then, that's like, there'll be 2 people gone by then.
with a third getting ready to go.
The third being like there'll be people on the block, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the POV comp will have happened yet.
I'm really intrigued to see if there's like a schedule. If like every week it's like this is what we anticipate.
Yeah, or if the days will change.
And I don't know if there's have not competitions where they
Oh
fit in.
yeah. I feel like I'm trying to think of like recent seasons I've watched, and like I feel like it's not always have not comps.
I
It's
can't
more
see
like
it being the same days each time, because mathematically.
keep us on our toes.
Kind of, yeah, mathematically, then it would almost work out that okay, POVs every, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
for remembering your days,
Oh yeah, because usually
Yeah.
right? If
sometimes
it's then it's a pattern, right?
Yeah.
So I can't see it being an exact pattern.
I feel that like on the spoilers though, because my brother-in-law always reads spoilers.
Oh yeah.
He knows who wins POV quick. It's not far after the HOH. He because he always asks, "Do you want to know who wins POV?" I always know it like way before.
Yeah.
yeah,
Way before it airs.
Maybe it is a set schedule.
it's just wild to think people are watching the live feeds. Like people could be.
There's going to be more
this
people
right
watching
now.
the live feeds probably right now because if things are still like lockdown, like what are you doing?
True.
What was it like in your area when you left?
Things were, the schools had just opened up, but still like small businesses, like the hair salon wasn't open. Restaurants were really suffering. It was takeout only. It was still, we were locked
So
down pretty
unfortunate
tight.
for the small businesses and stuff too, right?
Oh yeah.
At a certain point, you're like, why does this store have to be closed, but that big box store can be open? Is this
It's an
any?
intriguing thought.
Yeah.
Because it
People
is like,
smarter than
I
me.
can't go to the hair salon, but they can have tons of people in Costco. Do you know what I mean?
Food service,
Food
necessity
service,
items.
but Costco isn't all essential services.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's, or like a Walmart. Like sure, it has some food in it, but
that's
it's
the
not.
thing, right?
That's like how like it.
Deemed as an essential service because
Yeah.
of that, right?
I mean, I get it. I don't think there's I don't have a solution. So
No.
they each have a journal. Like my son's was one that my husband bought that's all like leather bound. And then my daughter's one that's like pink and it almost has like these little pink stripes on it. It says something on the cover. And I always just like randomly, I just like write little letters in it.
Oh, that's cute.
So that when they're older,
That's cute.
yeah, and like I try and like just like their story, like each one always starts with like how they were born, and just like how they are in different. I don't want to like write in it too often, because I don't want it all to be like filled with like like you took your first poop on the toilet today, like
Yeah.
like try to really narrow down like the
Important moments.
yeah,
That might
and then
be-
just like fill it up over time. So like say maybe when they're like 18 or 19 or like getting ready to move out of the house, maybe the first time like they move out of the house, like it'll
Oh
be
my
like
God.
That's nice.
like
That's
give it
it.
to you, or if like heaven forbid, knock on wood, if something ever happens to me,
Yeah,
they can like look back on it.
that's like a really.
But
good,
that's
like,
nice though, because even
she-
now, like when mom, she, like when she tells stories of when we were younger,
Yeah.
right? It's just nice to hear, right?
One year for Christmas, I made my mom this. It was like I used one of those like Shutterfly companies, like where you can like make like your own little picture books. Kind
That's right. Yeah.
And I went on a mission, like with like my nana, like cousins, aunts, everybody, and I found all these like really old pictures and just like put together a timeline. And I made her a book. Her name's Jan, and it's called like the Book of Jan, and it like starts from like when she was born, like all the way
Oh, wow.
up until like
That's awesome.
those like where she was, and it was like I've never seen. My mom is always so hard to shop for.
Yeah.
I've never been like so pumped to give her something.
Nice.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to make her another one though because it was a while ago.
Yeah.
There's been more that has happened, but she's like still all the time. Like I just love to like, because I found like baby, and it was like hard to find like baby pictures and her wedding
Oh, I would
pictures.
imagine. Yeah.
Oh,
When
nice.
she was pregnant, like I just like tried to find as much as I could.
Yeah, because especially back then, it's not like it's so
No.
easy to take a photo now. Even
Well, and
like,
then you have digital and you have backup. Even like all like my baby pictures, they're all like film. They're like real
Yeah,
pictures.
same.
I'd have to like scan it and put it in. Like I don't have like a lot of
That's
digital.
like the video rolls that my parents have of us growing up. It's the old reels, right?
Yeah.
Some of
Yeah.
them don't even have sound.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try and get those converted to.
Yeah. We never
My
had
first
like a
word was
video.
shit. Mom loves to tell that story.
Yeah. I wish, because like my kids, like we've got so many videos, like even especially because like my brother's no longer here, like I don't have a video of my brother. I have I've got pictures, but I don't have a video because this was before things started where I'm like, oh my God, I'd give anything
Yeah.
to randomly just like see a video, hear the voice. It's those little things that you don't realize.
It's true.
Yeah. You just got to hold them in your memory.
Very minimal.
There was a lot of photos of me because I was the baby with 3 older brothers. So it was like, oh, the girl.
I was the only. I'm surprised there's no more.
Yeah, actually, wait.
My parents were they were young, like my mom was 20.
Yep.
I don't know, they were living their lives, just doing their thing.
Yeah. What are your parents like? Well, I know, you don't really get along with your dad? Because I thought I remember you saying, like, I don't even know if he knows I'm gay, if he does now.
Yeah, my birth dad, we're fine now. Like, he's just like, typical man, doesn't really know how to talk about like anything but work.
Yeah.
So now he's just kind of like, I'll come do like film some stuff for him, like at his work, and like that's our bonding, which is like, and like every now and then he'll like text me a snippet of things that are happening in his life, and I'll like respond and ask questions, and he'll like pivot the conversation back to work. He was like, oh, okay, yeah. He's a bit of a recluse. He like lives in a trailer outside of his shop, and like.
What does he do in his shop, like, for his work?
He and his brother own, like, they like fix and make boat parts, but like big.
It's really sad, but that's
Sorry to
why
hear that.
thanks. That's why I feel really connected to you, because I don't know. I lived with them pretty much, with his sister and her kids.
What's going on to us?
What's that?
Swapping war stories. I was just telling V about the big earthquakes that I was in.
I know, what the heck?
Earthquakes?
Yeah.
Yeah, on Haida Gwaii.
Oh, right. When were those?
2012.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
That's freaky.
Sirens.
Yeah, we had to evac the town.
Yeah.
I was the
Insane.
only one to get it on video. So I got to be on like every news outlet there was in Canada.
God.
I was on.
I can't wait to see.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I can't wait to. I'm gonna watch.
I was
Are you-
known
can
as
I
that
join you?
earthquake guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna run upstairs and grab my. Well, do I need anything?
I don't think I have any. I felt a couple of earthquakes, but nothing like significant, you know?
Yeah, the one was a 7.7.
Holy shit, that's big.
Yeah, and then the other one
Did
was.
it do any damage to the town?
Yeah, there was a couple structures that like needed repaired foundation, and it broke up our roads.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's pretty good. Bunch of light fixtures and pictures were broken. And
Yeah.
Yeah, and it like uprooted a bunch of trees and shit.
Nice.
I need like 3 jackets out there.
I know, I get cold really.
Oh. That must have been freaky though.
At the time, I didn't find it to be too freaky because I like filmed it,
Yeah.
and I was just trying to get everybody to check out my. I didn't like take the seriousness of the situation into hand.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, they flew in like trauma specialists to help people deal with the fear
Oh,
because you just
really?
feel so helpless. Like when it's happening, there's literally nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing. It was crazy.
Yeah. That sounds intense.
Lieutenant Latoya getting better though. You getting better?
There you go. She's watching these live feeds, be like, when I was younger.
How did those chess pieces turn out?
Yeah, they look weird. I feel like you're gonna need like Cole's notes on like what each little thing means.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
You really got to keep your eye on the ball. The white ball.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna grab a couple cookies.
Pick your
or
path
something.
and watch the white ball.
I feel like I ate so much already today, but I'm like fading. Yeah, maybe I'm like, I don't know. Vegan cookies. You gave a really nice speech today, Keith. Yeah, it was beautiful. How come? I thought yours was great too, Josh. That's how I feel.
It's awesome. Yeah, I didn't know what I was gonna say. I'm glad I got to do it twice.
Both were good. Then there's me always trying to do everything sitting.
Ah. Behind the scratch line, yeah. At least that's how we've been playing. House rules.
Okay.
House rules.
Son, I'm not going out.
Starting to get hungry again.
All right, I made some slop pancakes this morning.
Were they any good?
Like, I miss your cooking.
They're pretty.
I miss cooking, period.
But yeah, I blended them with, took some slop, got like a little olive oil in them, a little water, they're pretty good. Like they obviously weren't like pancakes, but like, yeah, even like without the syrup, they like, because I put sugar in it, it ended up all right.
Okay.
And then like just didn't fry them. They were better when they were thin, because then they got a little bit crispier. But it's hard to
so
flip
close.
anything because we don't have like a good spatula.
Yeah.
So then I did some thicker ones, which were still pretty good, and then just a little syrup and
Yeah, we should request
Very
a couple
edible.
spatchies.
like very, very edible. Ooh, oh,
Nice.
that was a nice shot.
Hey.
Oh, you guys are in the lounge. Oh, doing your nails. My gosh.
Are you always the one to do the cooking in the house, Keith?
Huh?
Are you always the one to do the cooking at your house?
No, I take nights off. My girl, she's a really good cook as well.
What's her name again?
Jericho.
Jericho. Right.
Yeah. But I do the majority. Sometimes she'll start cooking and I'll be like, no, you're doing it wrong. And I take over.
Oh my gosh.
I'm the worst.
Keith can't do that.
I know.
Cooking for you. She's cooking.
No, she has her dishes that are, she's really good with like soups and stews and stuff. And
I
she's
did
like a
not
really
need to
good
do
baker. She bakes like fresh bread for the kids all the time. I try to stay away from it, but sometimes, you know, you just gotta have a nice piece of fresh bread.
Fresh bread is really good.
She makes it, she's got it down pat though, you
Yeah.
know? I got her this really nice KitchenAid for Mother's Day
Yeah.
with like all the accessories and stuff. So we get use out of that a lot. Well, she does.
Really?
Pathetic. Pathetic. Hello.
Really? Who was
Heard
it, Bray?
a few times. It was one of them over there.
Oh, no, no. We don't want to eat those. Got chili?
Yeah, my toes are freezing.
Oh, are you wearing socks?
No, fuck.
Little toes. I'm not either, but I was walking around.
I got cold.
I should try to wash that off, actually. What's up, girlfriend?
Hi, I was doing my nails.
How did I feel? The first aid's in there?
Yeah,
Yeah, I put a band-aid on my thumb.
The cover at the top, second one.
by the left.
Yeah, right next to the camera.
Loves it.
Oh.
Long day, eh?
Yeah, what time does it say on there?
2:42.
That's not real though, right?
Yeah, it is.
Great.
Like it's close to what we go by.
Feels
yeah.
real.
I think it might even be an hour behind.
Feels real.
Because when I woke up and I came right down, it was 7:15.
Jesus.
So maybe it's 3:43? Maybe it was
I
4.
just came in. Oh, it's locked.
Oh my God.
Why is it locked?
I know.
Sometimes I was putting stuff in there. Maybe some pizza party stuff.
Yeah.
Why is it locked?
I'm done. I'm crying.
Why is it locked? And Lily goes,
Pantry's
know how to play
locked.
this.
Hey, bro, I really
Yeah.
need a Band-Aid.
Love this.
This is
No,
gross.
Yeah.
I wish we could test that. I don't know why we don't.
I know.
maybe it's in that room.
Exciting. It's a lot of clear.
I know,
Cool.
right?
I'm gonna put on
It was
some
a little game
cuticle
thing.
oil. My hands are busted.
Oh no, I guess maybe we'll go in the LG room. Maybe that'll be another game. Guess
That'd be
what?
fun.
Air hockey. I would like that way better.
Oh my god,
I
air
like
hockey,
these kind of
stop.
That would be fun. Ping pong table? That
Oh.
would be killer.
I'd go ham.
Love.
Maybe a little bing, bing.
I haven't played air hockey in forever.
Same.
I don't really like the games like this. Like you have to switch hands and stuff.
way.
How do you like it?
Hell yeah.
It's pretty doable,
Hell
eh?
yeah.
There's some that like broke that you just have to guess.
Yeah, though, but these are hard as hell, though.
Yeah. We were thinking of redoing this side tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But just
At
haven't
least you
figured it out.
know.
Pretty good though.
Yeah.
Once that we're off PB&J, we can make a better board.
I love
And
how
get, like,
excited you were
spaghetti.
about it too, Keith. You're like, oh, hell yeah.
It looks
yeah.
dope, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, chestnut checkers.
I love it. It's pretty
That's so cool. I mean, you
good.
could play checkers with it, too.
Yeah, you could.
Some checkers.
Who got told to stop
Can I
singing
do-
in here? Was that you, Bray?
Me.
Brayden. I
Sing
might
it.
warm up in Expedia.
They can't
Little
stop
rap.
your shine.
I didn't even know they knew. It's not even like a song.
Why is this just 7
Because you know what it's from? From the show, right?
Yeah.
That's why I didn't even know, like, is it even copyrighted? Yeah. That's why I was like, what? I'll come to warm up. And then I'll be hot and want to go outside.
I like to get like my business like fully up and running and start selling stuff.
What's your business?
Just film,
All right.
getting stuff going. So
Please fix your microphone.
I've just been leaning on it. Hope
What
that's
what
better.
kind of film are you doing?
Like when I left, like we were starting up, like we were just gonna like try to get together like a really like low budget, like low budget, sci-fi type deal, and then I've been kind of like writing and developing like some like horror film ideas.
Oh, fuck.
But then coming in here, just like secondary, like I'm very interested in like. Like the end of the world and shit like that. So just like kind of coming in here was to have like a weird first-hand perspective on just like a weird surveillance like state. So
It is weird. It's like a Truman Show.
yeah, getting into like some sci-fi vibes. Like while I was in the before times, like I was starting to like write out ideas and shit.
Sci-fi. I haven't seen too many sci-fi shit. You like horrors though?
Yeah, I like horror. What's your favorite horror?
Man, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I used to love the Saws.
Oh yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's kind of like mystery-ish. Escape Room was pretty dope. I remember that. I liked that movie a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I'd go with like just like quintessential like overall favorite horror would be like The Shining.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the original one, to be honest.
Really?
I need
Very
to watch
good.
it.
Jack, a lot of iconic moments.
Jack Nicholson or Nicholas, whatever.
Jack Nicholson, yeah. Face through the door, and he's
Oh yeah, what's he say?
here's Johnny.
Yeah.
Nothing like a fresh PB&J.
Right? I'm never eating PB&J again.
I might.
After this?
Yeah. No, I might not ever.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna
yeah.
say never, because I get hungry sometimes, but It's
I'm
gonna be a
regretting the
while.
one PB&J I ate the week before we ended up on PB&J. What do you think made the...
I swear to God, unless he pulls a secret veto out of his ass.
Yeah.
It's too late for that. It's way too late.
Nah,
Well,
yeah,
too early in the
yeah.
game, but too late for that right now.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Only Monday.
You could put that shit on the blog. You could put out a secret veto after the
On
veto.
blog, yeah.
Really?
No, he'd have to pull that shit today,
Oh, would he have?
wouldn't he have?
I just don't think they would do it so early in the season.
No, I really don't think so.
Second
at all.
It would
I'm just
ruin
I'm
like
just
the
saying,
rest.
I'm just saying that's the only way. Like,
Yeah.
It would be like a waste of a veto.
it would be.
Yeah.
You want to use that shit on like better players later.
Yeah, it's fair. I just like, I guess there has been seasons where it's like really clear cut, right? Like I just feel like this is like one of those situations where
Jensen, please fix your microphone.
He was covered by the jacket.
like you see those players in certain seasons where they're just like everyone's against them, they're down and out, and all of a sudden something happens, and like,
That is hardcore.
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen this time.
It's gonna be crazy when it does happen to someone though. It's like boom.
Secret POV.
How do you even get those? You just find them?
They're gonna give me one of
Where
those.
would you like to know?
Probably in the ballroom.
Yes. Oh, it's probably
They got
somewhere.
screwed, dude.
There's gonna be something in there.
Yeah.
You think so?
I feel like eventually there's gonna be something in
Yeah,
there.
not right now.
In the balls.
Imagine you jump into the ball pit, you just slice your leg open on a fucking secret power veto.
That shit does look sharp, bro.
Just sharp as fuck.
I could see that happening for sure.
I remember one year was a piece of paper just did not look legit.
What, the veto?
Yeah.
It was a paper?
Somebody pulled, I can't remember who it was, they just pulled out a paper.
I don't know, sometimes it's just like by chance, like whoever finds like a clue or something.
I think it's always like set up though.
Yeah.
Like it's set
Oh,
up
you
for
mean
a
like
certain
set up
person to
like
find
for
it.
someone?
Yeah.
Like it's planted for someone to find,
Yeah,
like
like
during like
for-
a house cleanup or something.
Yeah. Like for William.
He found
That
me
was
taking
fuck.
out
I
the
still can't
garbage.
believe he used it on Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
Man. That was
He
so
pulled out the
fucked.
garbage and was on the bottom of the bin.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like, is that really a complete fluke? Especially when like Kevin was gonna go home.
That was
The only
so
one
cool.
who would have saved Kevin.
Yeah.
Seems a little fishy.
Can't wait for stuff like that to start happening.
Is that why people
And
are
just
up
like
super
laughing
early?
because I just laugh at everything.
Exploring the
He
house.
literally said that. He's like, I get up every day and I just start knocking on walls.
Yeah.
I can so picture that.
What?
Yeah, he probably has like 6 things already.
Yeah, just collecting them all.
We're all just chilling in the tub.
He's like, yeah, I got 4 vetoes. Like, I'm gonna bank them.
Wins the first.
Yeah, that door in the Expedia room is randomly just gonna open for someone.
Yeah, that's gonna
Yeah. It's gonna be something crazy.
probably like some compartment in the ballroom somewhere. Like underneath, like
Yeah.
who knows?
I feel like there could be a ball with something on it too that we just haven't seen.
But that's what I was like when I found one of those different balls. I was like,
Oh, I was amped too, and I realized there's more of them.
I was like, yeah, I was like, oh, there's like a fucking bunch of these.
You're like,
I was like,
hiding it.
I was like, and then I started seeing more and more. I was like, all right, fuck this.
I know. I was waiting for everyone to leave. All right.
I was like, yo, I got a secret POV. Where's the clue? That would be a good idea though if like one ball was different.
Yeah, that would be cool, but it may also never be found.
Yeah, that's true. There's so
Like
many.
we
in
were
there.
flinging those things around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the season go off the rails because they're expecting someone to find it, they never find it.
Yeah.
We're totally gonna have to sleep in there
Oh yeah.
Sleep in there
Yeah.
with children's laughter.
Oh,
every hour.
So funny.
Who comes up with this? What's
You're
the
volunteering,
theme?
eh? If it comes down to it.
For what?
For what? Slop? If I know people like legitimately don't like it, obviously like you can make it good. You can make it half good, right? So if I know like people legitimately don't like it, then yeah, I'll volunteer.
I considered too.
Cause like I'd rather other people get their food in them.
Oh,
I need.
I know, and then I
having
feel
your
for like
energy.
Latoya and Tara who are like really are uncomfortable.
What's that?
I feel for like Latoya and Tara and stuff who are like really uncomfortable. with
Yeah,
that
yeah,
room.
exactly. That's why I would do it, right? Like, if
But not
people-
every fucking week if you think that's
No,
the
no,
thing.
no, no. I wouldn't do it 2 weeks in a row. You know what I mean?
But that
Like,
is also what you have to think.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna have to do it, so it's just
Exactly,
like
yeah,
they
yeah.
will have to
Yeah,
eventually.
yeah.
Do you though?
Remember when Joel was on it for like 3 weeks straight?
Oh, that's
he was like
fucking
this skinny.
crazy.
That was insane.
You
Poor
could actually
guy.
see him lose weight over time.
Well, he was always skinny as hell, but
He got like
yeah,
skinnier.
very skinny.
I feel like I lost weight since I've been here.
I think
I've lost weight. Look at these jeans. They were tight on my
Were they?
butt.
Really?
You feel the same?
Yesterday, my bathing suit top doesn't fit.
I think I probably lost a couple pounds.
Yeah.
but-
I had to. I'm not eating as much food. I just had to.
Neither am I. And I'm eating more garbage too, obviously.
You guys watch season 1?
Yeah,
No.
I did.
I didn't, but like, was there like a big Jack guy on there?
Emmett.
Was it Emmett or no? I think it's someone.
Emmett and Tom. I feel like
Emmett
we're
and
the.
Tom, I don't know. Probably some Jack guy. Someone just told me about it. He's like lost like a shitload of muscle mass. He was on a bunch of times. He like came in like super jacked and then was like skinny. when he
It's
left.
like inevitable.
Yeah.
If you're on slot for a week, like you're gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those were the two big guys that season.
I think so, yeah. And Tom just did too much too early.
Oh, that guy was fucking bonkers, man.
Yelling at
He was
everybody.
nuts.
Did Emmett win that season?
No.
No, Jill.
That was
Jill-
that was the fucked up vote where the girl voted for Topaz voted for Jillian by accident.
I honestly didn't read. I didn't watch it. So.
She was like,
What happened?
she was like, I watched this just before we came to.
Same.
We so it was like Gary and Jillian in the final two, and Gary had like come back because Canada voted him back in.
And like he came back at like 4th place.
Yeah, he came back in like final 5 or final 4, and
Like
then
something crazy.
Yeah, like just like ridiculous.
Like
Like
right
it,
at
like
the
it
end?
shouldn't happen. Like
Yeah.
he came back
I think
way
it was
too
final
late.
5. Like
Yeah.
it was like we fucking worked to get here.
Yeah,
now
it's
you're
just
just
like
zooming back
basically
in.
just like bypass like 4 evictions in the jury just to come back. Like it was stupid, but anyway. And then so it was going to be like a 4-3 vote for Gary to win in the end, and Topaz, who was like one of his like closest allies, she was like trying to say a quote that Jillian had said to her during the season to like get back at her. And like as she was saying the quote, I think she was thinking of Jillian. She picked up Jillian's key card and put it in instead of Gary's.
Oh.
Yeah.
He lost by one.
And he lost by one
accident
vote.
And
Yeah.
then like when the names are getting pulled, she was like, "I didn't put that. Like what the fuck?"
Yeah.
And they had to go to commercial break and like re-show the
Do
thing
the
that she
screen
put
grab
it in.
and everything.
And that's why Arissa's always like, "You are voting for the winner."
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Was Gary pissed?
I don't think he didn't act pissed. I don't think like
That would've
when
been
it finished,
so-
but like I would have been rattled, man.
Wow.
Oh, I feel like you go home and just be like nauseous for weeks.
Yeah.
That's a big fuck up.
Yeah, huge $80,000 fuck up.
But at the same time, like she was never evicted and he was, and he came back like
Yeah.
so late in the game. So
Maybe
like
he didn't even deserve to win.
There's such a big argument on that one.
yeah, it's like it's so conflicting. Like I probably would have voted for him to win for Gary.
That's the thing. I think Gary.
I love Gary.
Gary was an instant target. You know, some people walk in the house and you're just like, nah, they gotta
yeah.
go. I feel like Gary was dealing with that for a while.
Yeah.
Like he's putting glitter everywhere. People were annoyed. Like they're just. But he still fought through that. Then got evicted, and then
When did he
Canada
get
brought him
evicted
back.
the first time?
like 8th or 9th or something.
Yeah. But he was a strong player too. Like he was
Yeah.
winning comps or coming close to winning. Like,
Yeah.
he was
Yeah,
good.
like in season 5 when he came back, like
He was quick.
insta target.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He
Same
was
as
like,
Cassandra.
third or something.
Yeah.
I think that's like I don't know, it's kind of dumb, like that format, like half back, half new, because like everyone has seen them play, so they know like their game. Right? Like, they know Cassandra's like a snake. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? It's kind of like
Yeah.
just telling of who they are as a player, whereas the new people, you have no idea how anyone is. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of a disadvantage for them.
Yeah.
That's why like a full season of All Stars would be fun because
Yeah,
everyone
that'd be
knows.
Yeah, yeah.
Which will be next year.
You think so?
Season 10.
That would be pretty dope.
And they've already done
Season 5.
from 1 to 5, so I bet you it
Yeah.
would be 5 to 9. There'd be like 4 from us.
Oh, that'd be pretty dope.
Would you
they
come
wouldn't-
back?
They wouldn't do 1 to 10.
I don't think so. They've already brought in people back. It's not like Ike is going to come back again. Neda's not going to come
No.
back again.
But they could do like an
They bring,
Emmett or
like-
something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, true.
Because they didn't bring him back, so and he was like a pretty good.
unless he
player.
refused. He's like, no, I'm good.
Who?
Emmett.
Because I'm sure they asked people and they're like, I don't want to do that again.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
I was like, I was on Twitter before this, just like looking up the hashtag BBCan9, and everyone thought this was gonna be an All-Star season.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, I don't think so.
Was there a lot of tweets?
Huh?
Was there a lot of tweets?
Yeah, just hashtag like BBCan9, just like scroll
I
through.
would have bet my life on half the house guests here were from last season.
I thought there was gonna be some returning.
I was so shocked.
So am I.
Still could be low key.
Still could. It's true.
Still could be.
Pretty early, day 10.
I scrolled
It's
like for
very
30
early.
minutes. There's just like all these like, oh, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen.
And like you have to think, like it feels like we've been here for a little bit, but like the 3rd episode is airing today. That's nothing.
Oh, I
So
forgot.
that's
there's an
another
episode
reason
today.
why Ty, like, you're right. Like maybe the teams won't be done this week. It's a 3rd episode for viewers.
That's why I think. That's why I
true.
think it's so quick. Like it just feels like a lot of effort for us. Teams are done.
Yeah.
I think 2 things could happen. I think there could be a trade,
Yeah.
or a steal, some kind of like you steal a player,
Yeah.
or they just keep it the same and say, well, you guys have been losing, so you're just at a disadvantage because you've been losing.
Imagine you guys had to choose one of your players from our team.
It could be something like that, or you guys choose.
That would be so
It
fucked.
wouldn't be us, it'd be you.
You'd have to like cut a deal. with them.
That's
You
spicy.
guys have been winning, so that'd be terrible.
That would be spicy as fuck.
It would be us.
That's when it would start.
As you can start drawing
That's
lines
when
in
it
the
would start.
sand.
That's when it would
The
start.
team got to vote somebody out. It's ugly.
Like realistically, you should put.
Oh my gosh,
whoever-
it's so cold. The team has to vote someone out.
and that
Someone,
person-
somebody would have to volunteer. I feel like that's the most democratic way. Like, okay, I'll go to the other team.
whoever you.
Well, who's gonna volunteer? Who's gonna be like, yeah, I fucking
Yeah.
hate you guys?
No, but like, I feel like it's
Whoever
the
you
most
put-
cordial way to do it.
Whoever you
I
put, you have
guess.
to be willing to put up.
Or you'd have to be like, you guys keep me safe, like if I go over there. Or you'd have to cut deals or some shit.
Yeah.
But then,
like, or if you want to just be snaky, you just put someone on our team that you'd be down to evict.
Yeah, you could do that
Like
too.
give yourself more options. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, instead of like making it harder for yourself by putting like someone on our team that.
Or someone sneaks and says, yo, I'll go over there, I'll make sure they lose. No, you can't even make sure the other team loses, really.
That'd be unacceptable.
It's not even possible.
Why?
Because you could make yourself lose, but you can't make your team lose. It depends on what the challenge is,
Depends
though.
on the challenge. If it's,
Yeah.
it's a full-on team effort, then yes. But if it's like the arrow challenge, like no.
I guess like even drops in a bucket, I guess that it technically was
Yeah,
a
that
team
was
challenge.
Same thing. Can't make your team lose that one.
Yeah, if you drop, no, but if you dropped early, there's less people, like, you
Yeah.
don't technically make your team lose, but when people drop early, it just
Same
makes
with
it
the
harder for
arrow.
the rest.
Same with the arrow. Drop early.
I guess, but the difference was you could add slop, you could add
sure,
sludge to people's
that
buckets.
takes another
Yeah.
target away for the other team.
Yeah.
Slop, that makes sense. If people just like blatantly throw any comps, though, I'm chirping hard.
sorry?
But if people just like blatantly throw comps,
It's gonna be so obvious.
I'm just gonna like chirp, like
I don't know how you could throw a comp on the low. Like
on the low, yeah, it'd be hard. It'd be hard. Especially if like you're the first one.
Yeah.
Like you know,
Yeah.
like for the bucket one, like through that,
Did you throw that?
it'd be so obvious.
I know.
No, I was devastated.
It was nobody wants.
Because I was just like, I'm going home. Like I'm the very first one on the very first comp to get out. Like I'm
Yeah.
getting.
Do you
That's
think
the
you're going
perfect
home?
reason.
Do you
Yeah.
think if we won, do you think you're going home? Like, do you think
Yeah.
that?
Oh yeah.
you
If the
thought?
other team won, I was like, I'm going home this week.
Jeez.
I
It is
was
like an easy thing to do,
devastated.
just to be
Yeah,
like, you know,
it
like,
is,
oh,
it is.
first two dread dropped or my nominees, because it's like justified.
And
Yeah.
there was no veto either.
Yeah.
That was.
fucking
Oh, but I was
That's
like,
ugly.
I was actually devastated.
6 people up for nom though. Crazy.
I was devastated with the balls one.
Yeah.
Oh,
But then when I
man.
looked over and saw all you guys, I felt a little bit better, like a little bit. I was like,
You saw PB on the bench?
Yeah.
I saw the whole squad.
You were the last one up PB.
You were the last one of us.
I was like, oh, what happened?
Dude, I was gone, man. I was like, as soon as I walked in, I was like, fuck. I'm gonna be ass at this
There's
competition.
no confidence at all. That's tough.
No, I was just looking in the wrong place. Wrong place.
Yeah, that was a terrible strategy. You're in the exact stance they told Kyle he couldn't be in.
So didn't say shit.
Just like this.
I was hoping he didn't ask that question, honestly, because I was like, I kind of want to do that.
Yeah.
And this guy does it anyway, and they're like, oh.
I wasn't even like really thinking about what I was standing. I was just focused on holding the arrow.
yeah.
Like, I wasn't really thinking about it.
Yeah. All right, I'm going in.
That's same. I'm a little chilly.
Go check the pantry.
Check the pantry.
Yeah.
Where's mine?
Flies hella down, bro.
Everything's down.
You dope. Where the fucking jackets at? Huh? Everybody's jackets aren't here?
Yeah, where are they?
Everybody like to take them in? Oh, I can't wait to get in the hot tub tonight.
I know, I hope it's a lit night.
I was actually getting way too hot in there last night.
Yeah.
I had to take some breaks.
It was getting crazy.
What up? Playas? It's nice up there. It's not really cold. It's actually a nice spring day. It's a little chilly, but it's not as hot as yesterday in the morning.
Yes, it was gorgeous.
Just like the both
I
of you
should get
ladies.
some fresh air.
You're slick.
I know.
You're what?
You're slick.
She said it was gorgeous yesterday. I said just like the both of you.
Oh, stop it.
Enjoy the rest of your day, ladies.
Where are you going?
I don't know. Get some food.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, like I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you in minutes.
You'll see me if you're lucky.
Oh, fair.
Anything special? Oh, just more toilet paper? Shit. The fuck? Yo.
Funny
What's the
stuff, it
word in
looks
Expedia?
Yeah.
What up? I feel good. Yeah, I think so.
That was really
I
shot.
promised you I would.
It was nice. And the happy birthday.
Great, you got a little screen time?
I know.
You're like, hey.
I know, I needed that.
Your Twitter probably right now says it's my birthday.
I hope so. Hope it's blowing up on Twitter, my birthday. People are sending gifts to my place.
Yeah, 27th birthday in the BBK house.
There we go.
Here
I'm
we
surprised.
go.
I don't think there's any, like, there's a lot that are going to happen in here.
A lot.
I think it's only you.
Yeah, it's just you.
Might just be me, yeah.
You're the only
really
birthday.
Just you.
Everyone else is summer to fall.
Yeah.
Well, you're pretty close. You're just, like, right at the end, maybe.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just have to keep him around so we can find out whether his birthday.
It's me and Latoya.
All the way
Hers
to
is
the end.
15th, mine's the 16th.
Final
Oh,
two.
hers is 15th?
Yeah, day before.
Oh my God.
Why? I was like, what? I like told her yesterday, and she was like, what? So you're a Taurus? And I was like,
Love
yeah.
a Taurus.
And she was like, shut up.
My dad's a Taurus, and then one of my favorite people is
When's
May
your dad's
10th.
birthday?
May 3rd.
Oh.
Yeah. I might still be in here.
Pisces.
How do you feel on
Pisces.
the water sign? Are Pisces?
You're a-
Pisces
oh,
water
yeah.
sign, right?
My mom's a Pisces. You're lovely.
Yes. I am lovely.
Shut up. Yeah.
Is that what that means? What
Yeah.
else does Pisces mean? I don't really know the...
Pisces are usually emotional, but you don't seem like an emotional guy to me.
I was gonna say most Pisces I know.
They're like the most
Pretty
emotional
emotional.
sign.
Wow.
My
Oh,
mom
sorry.
my mom waters like. it's
Oh,
crazy.
really?
Yeah.
Should I cry?
You
Yeah.
want
You
to?
should have told me this before. I would have cried at the replacement nominee
You would
ceremony.
have cried.
Do you cry a lot, like in your like regular life?
No, I don't. Like, not a lot. Like, if I'm watching like a sad show or something or
Okay.
movie, then like I'll tear up if something sad happens.
Oh, okay.
But like, I don't really cry.
You're usually very creative.
Yeah, Pisces.
Pisces.
Yeah, okay, all right. I'll take it.
Rihanna is a Pisces.
Rihanna's a Pisces?
Yep.
Oh, yes. Let's go.
Yes.
That's why I listened to her track twice yesterday on your iPod,
Don't tell me.
Stop.
which I actually might go do in a bit too.
Oh, feel free.
Get some music in me.
Period.
Feel free. Get the music in.
It really
ya.
is so like therapeutic.
Get it flowing.
Honestly, just like before this, I was just like listening to music, pace back and forth from my window to my side table
Nothing else to do.
I love
for like an
listening-
hour. Do that and then switch it up.
Right?
That's what I do at home to clear my head. I literally pace listening to music.
All right.
Yeah. Love it.
Well, I love going for walks too.
Yeah.
Every day after work, I'd go for like an hour, hour and a half just around the
It's
city.
just nice. It's just chill. Like,
Walking around the city is so nice too.
I'll try to go a different direction. Like I'll try to like walk through U of T one day, or like go down to East Side or West Side to the water.
gonna feel
I can't believe you've
decompressed.
never been to Toronto, Brayden.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe U of T though, right?
Maybe.
Maybe U of T.
Catch me.
Catch me.
Catch me. UT. What
You
is
just seem
their,
so Toronto.
what is their logo? What is their logo? What is their mascot? UT. Do we know?
Their mascot?
Yeah.
No idea.
'Cause I know like Guelph is like Griffins.
Toronto. I think it's called the City Blues or something,
Oh really?
but I don't know what animal it is. I think it's Toronto City Blues or something like that.
You've seen
Oh,
the
Varsity
Dinos.
Blues. Varsity
Varsity Blues.
Yeah, I don't know what the mascot is though.
You've seen the Dinos.
McMaster's the Marauders.
The Marauders.
How's the Golden Hawks?
Nice, nice.
Where's Osgood?
It's York.
Yeah, York.
Just like maybe like an hour north from me, maybe. I don't know.
Oh.
Osgood.
York.
That's the law school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My buddy went there actually.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's like one of the 3 people I keep in touch with from high school.
Oh really?
One of the.
Yeah,
Only 3.
I think he just graduated.
I don't think I keep in touch with anyone. One girl.
Yeah,
Even then.
yeah, it's tough.
Law school's so fucking expensive in Ontario. Let's talk
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, is it how much? Is it like a lot cheaper in
It's like
Alberta?
my friend got into literally every law school except for one in Canada.
Yeah.
And she was like debating between.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I kind of like go back and forth, but I kind of want a pit bull right now.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
A little pity.
A
You
little
have to
pity.
take that dog out a lot.
Aren't they banned in
Yeah.
Ontario? Is that a thing?
No, they're not. I don't think so.
They're banned?
I think they used to be, but now they're not.
Yeah.
Because I know they wanted to ban them in Calgary, and then there was like a big like whole like thing.
I don't think they're that bad. I really like lots of stuff online, like how they're like misinterpreted and stuff.
No,
you just have to like.
100%.
I think you just have to like spend a lot of time training them well.
Yeah.
I just think they're so cute.
They are
They're
cute.
so stocky.
Yeah.
They are
But
cute.
yeah, like golden doodles are also on my list. Mini golden doodle.
I think that's what I want next.
Yeah.
A literally cute little mini golden doodle.
Yeah. Corgis.
There's
Corgis
this
are
one
cute,
dog
too.
that's so cute. It's called a schmoodle.
Stop. What is that? A schnauzer and a
It
poodle?
literally looks like a little teddy bear dog. My mom wants one so bad. But they're like sold out everywhere because they're legit the cutest dog I've ever seen in my life.
Of course, you know, it's like $8,000, and you're like,
Yeah. So cute.
Jeez. What's a realistic price? I mean, I guess it depends based on the dog,
A
but
lot of them are like 35 to 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say around like 4, I think.
yeah, that's what I've been seeing.
Which I mean, like they, like hopefully, like they would live, like they live for at least like 10 years.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know?
Some people though just want like a good home. Like my sister's boyfriend has a husky.
Yeah.
And he breeded with this woman who has like all these huskies.
Yeah.
And they had 3 babies, literally
Okay.
purebred.
Yeah.
One blue eye, one brown
Stop.
eye.
Oh,
one
my
was
God.
gray, one was brown, one was black. And you can sell dogs like that for like
Thousands.
$5,000.
Oh, yeah.
People will buy them.
Yeah.
And she like didn't do that. Like she made it like a really fair price because she wanted to make sure people were like
Yeah.
good and could take care of
love
them.
That's like so do you have to like do you have to have like some sort of license to breed dogs?
I think you
so.
do, yeah.
I think so.
You
And
must have to pay some sort of fee to do it because
you need to like do their shots and do all sorts
Yeah.
of stuff and
Yeah.
checkups. And
yeah.
And I think that if you have like pure breeds, like you have to like register them with like a kennel club,
Yeah.
so they like verify that they're
I think
actually.
you can't sell
right.
them for like 8 weeks.
Yeah, I
something
think
like
you.
that.
Yeah, 8 weeks is like I think the youngest you can sell them at.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god, little baby huskies though are the cutest.
Oh,
Adorable.
yeah, they are.
One of them like
I think any puppy is literally adorable.
Yeah.
one of them couldn't like walk properly, so it kept slipping. And
Stop.
I'll cry. I'll
A
cry.
Adorable.
little brown husky, that'd be cute.
With one blue eye and one brown eye.
They like all 3 of the
All
babies?
3 of them had it.
Oh, that's so wild.
A dream. Imagine we had dogs in here.
Oh my god.
They
Like-
did bring them in one season. I don't know. I can't remember which
Really?
season it was. Yeah, didn't they bring them in and it was just like some therapeutic dogs?
Yeah, I think I'd cry.
I can't remember which
Yeah.
season it was though.
Even if there was just like a house dog.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be perfect.
You
So
know, just
nice.
like one dog just in the house.
Yeah.
Like we're all here anyways.
We could take care of it. No problem.
It would be so nice.
Yeah.
Something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Play
Yeah.
fetch with a dog.
Oh yeah. Take some balls from the ball pit.
Right? Toss more out.
Stop it.
I always forget we have the ball pit.
I heard Vic screaming in the ball pit by herself. And I
Stop.
was like, what is this? And I asked her later, and she's like, I lost my flip flop and my water bottle, found them both. And because I heard her being like, you can do anything. And like,
Oh, yeah,
she
yeah.
was talking to Canada.
She's like, never give up, Canada.
I died.
I'm like, not that.
Never give up.
She had a
Hilarious.
fucking flip flop.
Can't with her.
Wait, what did you do last year for your birthday?
Well, I had so my buddy's on March 9th, like tomorrow. And usually we do like a joint thing where we have like all our friends and a few
Okay.
others kind of get together. But we had actually planned it for like March 21st or something, like 2
Oh.
weeks out, just because it was the best weekend for everyone.
Not that.
And everything shut down.
March 17th shut down or whatever it was. So we had to cancel it.
You can do anything.
No, I was going to have a bunch of people over at my place. There's like a lot of people I confirmed to come too, which is, so it's going to be like fun, but.
And it was so serious at the beginning.
I know.
Oh yeah, like, it was scary.
It was
Yeah.
like so scary.
Yeah, exactly. Like people were texting me like, "Are you still doing this?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, it's
Duh.
gonna go away in like a week, and then I was like, "Okay, no, we can't do it."
Isn't that funny how we all thought we'd literally be back out in 2
Yeah.
weeks? We're like,
Oh,
oh, yeah,
easily. I
we'll
was like-
Yeah.
stay home 2 weeks, maybe week 3, we all bust out again.
Exactly.
Right? Nothing will change.
And now it's been a year.
It's wild. We
What
don't
do you-
have control over everything.
No.
Right?
Were you able to do anything for yours?
No. I think that like potentially, like I think 1 week after my birthday, like at least in Alberta, is when like everything started, like barbershops and everything opened back up.
Okay.
But
You got a haircut on your birthday?
yeah.
Party?
Oh
I need a haircut so so bad.
Oh, for sure. Let's do it this Thursday. Now we know, right, that they're
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
take it away on Friday? Because I was going to do it on Friday, but they took it away.
Well, I was going to do it on Thursday until there was fucking pandemonium in the house.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Oh, like before
Pandemonium.
eviction, you mean?
Yeah.
I was going
Also
to do it
because I
after.
thought we would have like hours,
I know.
Yeah,
and then it was like 2 hours. and
2
we're like,
hours, yeah. But we can do it after eviction. I was just, even after eviction, it was like so, like.
Exhausting.
Yeah, I just like wanted to kind of
And then
chill.
there was the fucking HOH. I was like, what is going on? So
Literally.
relax.
Literally.
What do you, did you do anything for your birthday? Like last year? Like, what do you-
No, I was with, I think, just my family, and Roseanne came. And we just ordered food in and had a little pool day and some drinks, and that was
That's
it.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Roseanne, you said
chill.
was in Hamilton, you said? Or
She was
something?
in Grimsby,
Oh, right.
all the way out there.
Grimsby.
I literally busted over to Grimsby every other week, and she comes to Newmarket every other week.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
like a long drive, isn't it? Like an hour and a half, 2 hours?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
an hour and a half,
Yeah.
and that's like if you take the 407.
Yeah. I miss driving. Even
Me
like
too.
I never do it, but
I kind of was driving too. Like before we went to the house, when I would like see cars driving by, I was like, come on, I was driving around.
Yeah.
Just zoom in,
yeah.
getting some starbs.
My friends and I try to make like frequent trips to Ottawa to go visit our friend group there.
Okay.
So like five-hour drive roughly, 4.5 hours, 5. So
It's not far.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's try to like split it up.
Crazy.
Sucks getting like the Sunday hangover drive back to Toronto.
Oh
You're like,
God.
Oh my god.
You're like, was it really worth it? Was it really worth it? That's fair.
It's kind of better now though, because like if we were to do that again or sometime this summer, like we could go like a night early and work from their place. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Because now nobody has to be in the office, or
That's true. For now, at least, yeah.
like very few people have to be in the office.
Do you ever think about that?
Yep.
It's true. Just stay wherever you are. Do a little work.
That's right.
Do you like working from home, or would you prefer to go to an office?
You know what? I would like a blend maybe.
Okay, like the option.
Because I always thought like I was definitely like an office person because I used to like walk to work and everything, like 10, 15 minutes, no problem. It was like, you know, you get to see people, things like that. But then I moved companies in June, and my company's like based in San Francisco, so like I'm fully remote.
Okay.
And there's 5 of us in Toronto.
Oh.
So we don't have enough for an office space or anything. So it's like I had no choice really. I thought I was gonna hate it, but I actually don't mind it.
Really? Do you have like an office, or like in your?
So they gave us like a stipend,
Okay.
like X number of dollars to spend on whatever you want, kind of thing. So I bought like a screen and a couple
Okay.
other things just to like help me out.
was
So I've
gonna
kind of got
say.
like 2 screens at home, which is great.
Nice dual monitor.
Yeah, and whatever we need basically you can get to get you set up. And
Nice.
so yeah, it's not bad. We'll try to like kind of get together at one person's place every month or so.
Okay. A
Before
little
like
meeting.
lockdown. Like one guy lives at like Long Branch, which is like, I don't know, like 25-minute drive maybe, but
Okay.
he had like this 3-story townhouse and like 3-bedroom, 3-washroom, and he lives by himself. So
Stop.
yeah, so we're like, okay,
Jeez.
like, we'll go there.
Okay.
It's a lot to live by yourself and all that.
Yeah. I think he like cashed out on some equity from a company, so I was like, all right, buy a house.
Yeah.
Oh, might as
Not
well.
a bad idea.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Might
Okay.
as well.
So yeah, I don't mind it.
You don't mind that? I work from home.
Hopefully they'll like let me go to the office at some point this year. We'll see.
Have you ever been?
Nope.
Oh.
No, I've literally only met the people in person in Toronto. Because nobody comes here. Like in the States, they can travel more easily.
Of
So
course,
like
right.
the
And
girl
it's
that
still so much cheaper to fly in the
yeah,
States.
exactly.
Yeah.
So just we can't do it yet. But like apparently my team does a lot of travel. Like before I joined, they
Oh.
kind of go back and forth. So it would be
Okay.
nice to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I worked from home for like a little bit, and
Yeah.
like it was fine. I just feel like I need like a designated area,
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Like I need like this area to be like where I do work. So that way there's like a disconnect. Or else
Yeah.
I'm just like, should I just work now?
Yeah,
Or do I just like chill? It's like in my room.
I know. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
desk is in my living room, so I just
Well, it's fair though,
try
but
to
at least it's like a
separate
little bit different than like your bedroom.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I live with my brother, so it's like he works in his room, so
Makes sense.
we were like kind of just like toying around looking for
Yeah.
a place that was a little bit more functional for like both of us to have a designated space. But
That's fair.
I don't know if I want to like tie myself into another year because we're month to month right now. We're like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, like our lease is up, so we just like go month to month. Otherwise, we'd have to like tie ourselves into another year.
We don't want to be locked down.
Yeah.
What about you? How's it been? Like, you just work, like, just working from home now, obviously.
Yeah, it was tough because I literally, like, when I started, the whole thing shut down. So, like, I learned by fire. I was literally, like, sitting in my room, like, what the hell do I do?
It's fair.
So it's hard because, like, there's a lot of things that you can't do that, like, significantly help.
Fair.
But it's been fine. I find the same thing. Like, my sister works from home, too.
Okay.
She's never seen her office, and she's, like, so sad because it's, like, such a nice building.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She's never seen her office. She's just been, like, lawyering from home. Yeah.
Where's she work?
Manulife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But like in Newmarket or?
No, in Toronto.
Oh,
like
in Toronto.
that's where she would be working, but she's working from Newmarket.
Right.
So she's done like her whole rotation that way, like met everyone.
He hits me up like, is this Australia? So then I fly to Sydney, he picks me up from the airport, I'm at his place chilling, like he's driving me around, taking me like.
Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum-bum. All right. So, day one was the first comp. It was the bucket. And Victoria won. And I think the order went Beth, Kyle, no, Beth, Josh, Kyle, no, Beth, Josh, Julie, Kyle, Jed, Ty, Tara, who's after Tara? Tara, Latoya, Austin, me, Ro, Vic. Yes. And that was day 1. Then, blah, blah, blah. Nothing happens until, realistically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Day 5. No, day 6. Julie is the first one evicted by a vote of 11 to by a vote of 10 to 2.
Anybody in here?
Me.
Holy shit! Ray? Are you kidding me?
I was just chilling.
Oh, what the hell, bro?
Can you imagine?
Yo, I'm dead. Ray's in here. He scared the shit out of me. I was just fucking around. I was like, is anybody in here? And I was just about to leave, and he says, me.
Dead.
Batteries.
I'm vibing.
Oh my god.
That makes sense. Go in there.
I want to go in so bad.
I'm going in. Even if you leave me in there.
Coming.
Sorry.
Swan dive in.
This is, yeah.
He was literally right there.
I think. What's it called? Jed was looking for you.
Oh, you could do yoga in here.
Yeah?
I think he probably wants the pod. Oh. He's like, is Osgood up there? He's like, nah.
It's in the DR. Is anyone outside, do you think?
No, I think Kiefer Center was out there.
Are you staying in here?
I think Tara and someone is out there.
Outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to my little corner where I live my silly little life. Do silly little things.
Can you like crawl under the balls? You know what I mean?
Maybe. Okay, Kiefer.
Was I straight up under?
Yeah, whole time.
For real?
Whole time. Caught on camera. It's very relaxing. It's very quiet.
It's not bad. It's better with like shoes and pants on.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I rolled my ankle really good in here yesterday.
Huh?
I said I rolled my ankle really good in here.
Yeah, that's no bueno. I'm just so tired. I can't sleep. So I was like, let me come to the ball pit. It'll wake me up.
Oh, wake you up. Okay.
Because I was on Expedia and I was like...
That room's tough to be in. I kind of like it though.
It's just warm, and I was like falling asleep because it was so warm. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-dum. How are you feeling about next week, Kiefer?
Nervous.
Same. I just don't know what's... I was like talking with Tina, and I was like, I feel like next week is going to be like where people drop. Cause, do you think it'll be teams? What do you think's going to happen? What's your predicament?
I have a sinking feeling that it's still going to be teams.
Yeah. When Kyle like brought it up, Kyle was like, "You really think they did all of that for like they're just going to do it for 2 weeks? That's it?" And I was like, "Yeah, maybe you're right." It does seem like a lot of work for just 2 weeks.
Canada might be voting on like new captains and then re-pick teams.
That's what I was thinking might be, or even if like Julie and Josh don't come back, then I was thinking maybe the next comp, it's like the last two will be the new team captains for the week.
I also think that they're coming back because we didn't do goodbye messages to Julie.
That's what I'm saying.
And if we don't do them to Josh,
right,
I'll be hella sketched. Imagine
That's
Julie
my
busting
thing.
through those doors.
That was my thing, is I was like, we never did goodbye messages. Unless they just didn't ask us.
Or if we're just like supposed to take our own initiative.
Because there was like those questions that we didn't know about.
That's true.
So unless they just asked other people and they're like, what would you like to say goodbye to Julie about? I don't know. They could
That's
have.
true.
Do you mean they could just ask certain people to say goodbye?
Mm-hmm.
Because like when you think about, like when you watch the episode, it's never always everyone that you see, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
So maybe
They
they
like
did just
pick
ask
and
certain
choose.
people. That'd be my only thing. But yeah, I don't know. If not, I do think, I have a thinking suspicion that it might still be teams.
Yeah.
And that the teams will just get shuffled.
Well,
'cause
let's
they'll
just
be
hope
6 and
it's
6.
like a really physical comp and like Jed could just really come through.
Right.
Jed or Toya could just come, or even Ro, or you. You've always been last up there too.
Luckily, I don't know how.
I know, and I won a power of veto too, so it's just like,
right?
It really is like,
you literally never know.
You just never know. But I'm just banking. I mean, if Jed comes through and we're safe,
I mean, if it stays the same teams, and that's great.
or even Toya,
Because I
any
guess,
of us.
like if you think about it, it wouldn't be 7. It would only be 5v6.
Because
Austin can't play. Assuming she can't play, but
I don't think she could play.
I don't think so either. So it'd only be 5v6. So it is possible.
And like for my game and where I stand, like I would never throw it, and I would love to see my family. But if I won HOH, I just don't know how that would bode well.
That's what I've
for
been
me
thinking about too. Is I was
in
like,
the
if I
long run.
win, I don't even know, like, because like now at least with Josh, like it's very clear, like everyone wants him gone. So it's like basically whoever goes up next to him is basically.
That's
the
why I'm
pawn.
worried there might be another flip.
No, I guess that's fair. But I don't think.
I don't think so either. No
I think
one's-
people are very over it at this point.
Yeah, and like he's kind of like, I feel bad for the guy because like he's kind of like getting like not really bullied, but
I mean, like people are just like over it.
Yeah.
Like, and I also feel very bad about it because people are like roasting him constantly.
yeah,
And I'm like,
I know.
I do feel bad about that. I can't lie. But yeah, I don't know. Or like, but someone, who fucking was it? It was Kyle. I don't. It was someone who said that like they went to go check up on him, like the other day, like just to see like how he was doing.
Yeah.
But like, are you like okay? And he's like, yeah, you know me, I'm just scheming. Like, okay.
He keeps telling me he's not out of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so.
He knows
fine.
something I don't.
Right.
He's like, I got some big things on Ro. I'm like,
What?
like what?
That's what I'm saying. He keeps saying stuff like that.
Like I was like, oh, can you tell me? He's like, not the time, not the time. I'm like,
Well, he told Kyle, he was like, oh, like I have like a big enemy in the house, and it's like my goal to like get them out. And then Kyle was like, what? Like who?
yeah.
And he's like, you know who? And he's like, who? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. Like, who, like what?
I know.
He's like, it's very obvious. Don't you see it? And literally, Kyle's like, no, I don't know who you're
Is
talking
it
about.
Jed? Cause like,
That's the only person I would assume. But I don't know. Only because like, I just feel like he's like wanted to get one of them out for a very long time. You know?
100%.
So I don't know. It's just stress.
It's so stressful.
Cause yeah, like literally I was thinking like, let's say Ty won next week. And like, let's say there's no teams. We're all free agents. And then Ty went, like who's he gonna put up? I literally have no idea.
That would be crazy.
Do you know what I mean? Like if we're all free agents, and I'm like, who are they gonna put
If
up?
Ty put me up, I'd be heartbroken.
I think that's how we all feel though. That's why I'm like,
exactly.
what? Or I'm like, if Toya wins next week, like who's she putting up?
I would feel okay with Toya, but I still wouldn't feel safe.
That's what I'm saying. Like I literally genuinely don't know. Right? That's what I keep thinking too.
Honestly, like.
Or like if Tina or Tara won, like I don't know who they put up.
I feel like Tara would keep me because that's like her. She's like one of the only other people who's like really talked game with me.
Okay.
So I feel okay with Tara. Like when I was in the power of veto, she's like, do you think it's a good game move for me to pull you off the block? I was like, well, not for you.
Yeah.
I was like, but for me, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. So I was like, was like, just gun for it, and like we'll see what happens.
Well, exactly
But
right.
she was the only one who like even contemplated.
Aw.
So.
It's just hard. Like I just don't, and that's why I'm always like, am I just like on the outside and no one tells me anything? And that's why I'm just like so confused if people are like it's very obvious who people's targets are, and I just don't know.
I have no clue. Like, I think this is really gonna, like, people are gonna rally for numbers, and I just hope I'm on the right side.
Same. Me, I just pray.
Like, we should just, like, when I found out about Julie, I tried to come to you as soon as I could, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, like, if we could stick together and, like, information-wise like
Same.
that, to not be on the outside.
Yeah, because it just makes us like fucking idiots. And then people are like, oh, like, why are they voting that way?
Yeah.
Like, did they have something going on the whole time? And it's like, no, no one tells me anything.
Yeah. And I kind of felt, like, risky doing that. And I was like, Bray can't be like, you know
yeah,
what
because
I mean?
well, yeah, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Like, I really do.
Yeah, and like, I literally hold no like grudge against Austin whatsoever. Like, I literally talked no game. Like, shit talked during the comp. Like, I get it. Like, I never even really had a conversation with her before.
That's really how I feel with Tina, and that's why I'm like, maybe I should talk to her because like I genuinely, like when I talk to Tina, genuinely about nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's never like anything like substantial. But I'm like, if she were to win next week and put me up, I'd be like, yeah, you're right. I really haven't talked to you.
I've had like a little conversation with Kyle.
Oh, same with Kyle. I really have barely talked to him.
So Kyle's like, he's like, the line's gonna be drawn in the sand, and he's like, I want you on my side.
It's fair.
So I'm like, okay.
Well, of course. What are you gonna do? Be like, no.
Yeah. No, I was like, yeah, because he's got a pretty good chance at winning an HOH, right?
No, I think so too. I really do. And he like kept telling me, he's like, I really want to win next week.
Yeah. So yeah, and I like for who he'd want, I still have no clue.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't know.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, who he targeting? He's like, well, I'd have to win HOH before I said anything. I was like, well, that's pretty smart.
Oh, so but he thinks he knows. Because I genuinely, I was like, I have no idea who people's targets are. Like literally, if I won, I don't know who I'd put up.
No, and like obviously I wouldn't want to put up you or Austin because I'd like want to prove that I had worked with you guys, and then like I'd be too scared to put up Vic.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
Like it would be like I almost feel like Vic has to be like a backdoor if it would ever happen.
Yeah.
Because it would be nuts.
Oh, 100%. Like it would have to be. It would have to be.
It would have to be.
And you know that she would gun so hard for that veto.
Oh.
So hard.
Yeah. And it could be any person's veto, like a fucking
Right?
wheelbarrow competition. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
like
and it's
what-
the way that I genuinely think Josh literally could have won if he didn't mess with his fucking apple.
I know.
Because he didn't start for at least 15 minutes. Like, he only used half the time.
Yeah, he dropped a lot though, so his stack wasn't too good. I don't think he could have stacked more. I feel like I could have stacked more. I lost 2, but that was just a lapse in my brain. But he could have. He was right fucking there.
No, he was. Like, literally when we were saying that,
He
I
was
was like,
one trip away from time.
right? So that's why I was like,
I'm just hoping like I can make it to the mental comps, because I was first out in like the balls one, so I got that order down pat.
Yeah, I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. Wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, it was me, Josh, Ro, Kyle, Jed, Vic, Ty, Tina, Tara, Beth, Bray, Toya, and Austin.
And then Austin, obviously, yeah.
So, and I got the first one down, and I got the days that it happened on.
That's why I was literally sitting here in the ball pit. I was literally trying to remember what days things happened.
Day
And
8,
then,
I
like-
won the power of veto. Day 6, I lost, and day 7, I went up on the block against Josh.
It was day 6?
Yeah.
Like, was that recently?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what?
I was on the block for less than, like, I won the power of veto, like, less than 24 hours after I got put on the block.
It's crazy.
Right?
You're like, well, there was no stress.
Like, I
there.
got put up on the
Anyway.
block at night, and then during the day, like, it was like, pick the players for the veto,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
later
yeah.
that day was the veto comp.
That's true.
And then I won the veto, and
Just
I was
like
like,
that.
and then I was off just like that.
Huh. That really was quick.
I know. So I didn't really see a lot of time on the block, but the time that I did see.
Yeah, that's why. That's why. Because
It's totally fine.
Yeah, I just like didn't know, and I was just like, oh my god.
Honestly, that's why I'm just like happy that he's leaving this week. Because even like hearing Kyle tell me that he's like, oh, Austin's my whatever. I'm like, what if he gets in people's heads with
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
You know?
I know.
It is a freaky thought, so I totally understand
Yeah.
it. But like,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, like I knew,
Like-
like I was like, there's no way she would. But then I
No.
was like, wait, what if she wants to, like shake it up a little bit? Like it'd be crazy.
I
So
actually wouldn't. Like, and the thing is too, like I obviously want like you tie bet, all
Exactly.
feel good with me.
Exactly.
It's like I would just never do that.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even risk you as a pawn.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. If I was like,
Because at the same time too, like people could look at you and be like, oh, like big physical threat. This is our chance.
yeah. Exactly.
I wouldn't risk it.
Exactly.
I actually wouldn't.
Yeah, like I didn't think you would.
Didn't cross my mind.
Okay. I was just like,
Trust
fuck.
me.
I was like scared. I was just like, oh man, this kind of sucks. But
It's all good.
yeah, that's the only reason. I just didn't want you to think I was like being weird, being shady or anything like that. I'm definitely not. Like fully still with this.
Yeah.
I just
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you said something too, because I was worried. I'm like, oh my god, like, is it still like a thing? I'm like,
No.
I don't know how like Jed feels about me. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah, no, 100%. Like obviously if you
Okay.
put me on the block, then I would have
It'd
felt
be
a different kind
different.
of way. But
No, I promise.
No, 100%. Like when you like just did what you said you were gonna do.
Didn't cross my mind.
I was like, oh, okay, everything's blessed.
And I feel like I'm that way too. Like if I'm saying something, I usually mean it.
Mhm.
Like with Ro, I told him like I will make it blatantly obvious that you're not my target.
Mhm.
And that's what I did.
Mm-hmm. Boss.
Like
Boss ass. I was like, oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I think he knows like it's
Yeah.
just a thing. It's just like like obviously it wasn't
Yeah.
like you made promises, you're tight with Braden, so
Yeah.
I think it's pretty obvious what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be interested to see what Josh does
Oh my god.
this week because he already said he's gonna start stirring some shit apparently. I was like, okay.
I just don't see how it would benefit him. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna say?
I don't know.
No one trusts him.
I know.
Like I was half nervous when when Kyle told me that, and I'm like, I don't even know like what he could say. That wasn't just like a blatant lie, because I haven't said shit to Josh.
Does Josh say that you're with him kind of thing? What did he say?
Who knows? Who knows? I have no idea. Cause like he like used me as a bit of a sounding board when he was like feeling off. Like he was just talking, and I just was like, yeah, totally. Like when you told me about like the pretty boys thing, I was like, oh, maybe he caught it. Who knows? I was like, maybe.
Did he say that
cracked the
again?
code. Oh, he brings up the guys all the time.
Oh my god.
Like to me the other day, he was like, do I think you should pull a move, put up a huge target? Absolutely. I'm like, well,
Like we'll probably do that when you're not here, but not now.
literally. And the fact that he told Beth, he was like, oh, I'm too like smart to be here.
Yeah, I know.
It's like,
I was
then
like,
get
what?
to step in. Peace out then.
Did you hear what he said to Kyle about like him not talking enough to people or something?
No.
Kyle said that.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. He's like, you should probably like talk to more people. Like, I don't think a lot of people think they like know you
Yeah.
well enough or something like that.
Yeah.
Kyle's like, I'm good.
And the fact that he told Kyle, he's like, you are not winning this game. And then sobbed in his
Yeah.
shoulder.
I know.
Huh?
I
just can't stand
it
the
better
guy.
be. It better just be cut and dry.
I cannot stand the guy. I want it to be unanimous, and he pieces out.
Yeah. No, that has to happen.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other option.
I'm nervous for next week, though,
Yeah, next week will be weird.
because I don't know like who anyone will put up.
I know.
And I obviously can't play. And my like obvious concern is that if like Ro or Kiefer twin, I would just be easy.
Mm.
You know, which I don't want to be, but
No. I don't know. I still don't think you would go up. I think it'd be more in like the Vic, Tara, Tina vibe.
Yeah.
That kind of vibe. Oh man. Which is too like it sucks. I know.
heart
I
was
know.
Tina.
I know.
I
don't even think it'd be Tina. I think it'd be Vic and Tara. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Which is like shit. Like fuck. That would be a shit show.
The way Vic would pop off.
Oh my god. She already said.
She
No
would
matter
pop
what.
off.
She's like,
I'm tearing the house apart.
she said if I'm on the block, I'm going off. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, even if it's like fully warranted.
Mhm.
Because she's been like kind of scrambling, trying to find like an alliance kind of situation.
Yeah.
And like she's like asked us and stuff, and like.
Yeah.
But I just don't like think she can keep her mouth closed.
That's
you
the
know what I
thing
mean?
with me too. Is like
Yeah.
I love her. Like I honestly do. I think she's great. But like in terms of this game, she scares me just because like I don't even think she's trying to say things. But I think it just flows out of her.
Mhm.
She just says shit.
And it comes out, and then she like tries to backtrack and like
Yeah.
kind of justify it, and then it's over already. You know?
That's why like I'm super friendly with her and like I let her bounce things off of me, but it's usually nothing like, you know,
Right,
crazy. And
right.
I just don't say much because I don't want shit to get around.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you kind of just have to be in a place with her where, like, if she won, you'd be good, but like you don't have like any like real ties with her. So if someone else won, like you don't have to like fully vouch.
I'm very careful with what I say to her because I don't want it to just flow out of her. She's like, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really don't know. And if it's like, if it's still teams.
I think that would be such a shit show.
If it was still teams.
Yeah.
We would have to get another player. Like we would have to get like one of you.
Well, and also too, it's like, okay, like.
If I make it past this week, if I make it past. This week, I think us four are in a really good position, honestly.
I'm hoping so. Do you think it's obvious that the four of us are working
No.
together?
Oh, I don't think so. Not at all.
Keep it super.
Yeah. I don't think so at all. I don't think anyone's going to expect
Because I
that.
think it's kind of like people might think you and Kyle, maybe me and her.
Yeah, I think people can kind of see two sums, but
Which is fine.
There's nobody that's going to be like Tina, Tara, Kyle, and Rowan working together.
Until they all see us smoking every night.
Can we meet at the smokers pit and have our fucking powwow?
I'm the mom. I'm hoping that we're gonna. I wouldn't mind chilling out for a little bit and watching other people make waves.
Yeah.
If we could avoid it if possible. If we can't, I feel like we're well-rounded for competing.
Yeah. Well, I think like Vic's definitely a wild card. Like she's open, right? She's open for the taking.
Yeah.
I don't think like Vic has any ties to anyone. So.
I think she feels like conversations that I've had where she's like, I feel like she's like, I'm not out, I'm not in, and I don't know where I fall.
Yeah. Well, she told me she was gonna vote to pick Josh. No problem. So.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I don't even think that's gonna.
Yeah, I don't think that's
For a very quick second, I was like, wait a minute. And then I was like, no. It was just like a moment of paranoia. I think whoever gets power will determine things, though.
Well, really, whoever wins next week determines the course of the game. Because like then there's like kind of lines, right?
And right now, it's a numbers game.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter who has power as long as you have the numbers.
Because we should keep Kiefer and Vic close to us.
Oh yeah. But I think they might also be keeping Kiefer close too.
Are they?
But I think Kiefer is playing a very Kiefer's in it to win it.
Yeah.
And if it's gonna benefit his game, whoever we're like, hey, if it comes down to like deciding which way to go, I would straight up be like, who do you think you have a better chance of winning against?
Right.
Me or one of the 6 foot fucking bros?
Yeah.
So it's just something to consider, but I think they're keeping him close as well.
Right.
It's gonna depend who gets power.
Right.
That's where you're gonna see.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, did he just make like?
I think he kind of like, did small ones and then just kind of cut them.
Yeah, and then I'll like cut him in like a. This is so fucked. Where am I?
Oh, there's also that little like knife thing that you can kind of like dip under.
Oh yeah.
What
There
little
might-
knife?
over there on the. I saw Braden use it earlier. It's almost like a.
Yep, this thing. Yes.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Yeah, because he kind of like. I mean, this is pretty thin, but he really like smoothed him out. Or maybe I'll just leave him already pretty
Give
thin.
the pan a bit of shake. Just shake it.
This is so fucking. Where am I?
A little thin.
That's what I'm super like. Even the shake that I made today, it was too thick. Like I have to make it like it's like water. I gagged on it a couple. Did you think it was all right? I did. I was like, even the last lip, I'm like, fuck it.
I didn't have any of the shake. I had some of Braden's like
I thought it
patty
was-
or whatever he made,
Yeah.
but I haven't had the shake.
I thought it was pretty fucking good. I enjoyed it.
You don't seem to be minding it too much,
No,
eh?
it's not bad
Is
at
this
all.
the way you thought you'd spend your birthday?
Watching you make slop pancakes? No. But
They're going to be pitas.
I wouldn't change it for the world.
They're not cakes.
Pita cake, pita chips.
Whatever.
I'm going to try.
Yeah.
It's a weird world we're living in. That I wouldn't trade it for the world right now. It is crazy how small the house feels, though.
Yeah.
Like, I was literally
people-wise,
just, I was
or-
looking, no,
Yeah, well,
no, like I was just like looking, like nobody's in the backyard, nobody's
Oh, yeah.
here. Just looking for Keith, not in the OG, nobody in Expedia. What the fuck is it, Ray? Like, how can you even
unless
tell?
they're in the ball pit. I don't even think they checked that room.
Braden did tell me he was going to go for a job.
That ball pit is insane, though. Like, what? The whole room is a massive ball pit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad we don't have to sleep in the balls.
No, I don't.
I was having heart palpitations. I was
You're
like,
gonna need to leave that on a long time, I think.
I don't, yeah, right?
Big
Okay.
time.
All right. Never made them before.
Till it kind of maybe starts bubbling in the middle, really.
Yeah, right?
Let's sit and stare and watch.
That's it. That's our entertainment.
It's exciting.
This must be like, whenever like production watches, like watching
Can
people
imagine.
discover how
I mean, I'm like, imagine how I felt last week,
Edible.
Keeper.
Slop recipe.
Where they're like, all 6 of you have the potential to go home.
Oh my God, yeah, that's true.
And I was like, fuck. I was like, week 1, I'm already on the block.
Like I said, if it is teams, I still feel good. We still got competitors.
I think so too.
Like we could all pull it out and our whole team is safe.
A dream.
That would be, we'd be so sitting on easy street.
Right?
Kind of just.
At least just 1 week.
Yeah.
Like, my God.
Well, I had 1 week, but then immediately.
Not I.
As soon as my safety was gone, I went up.
Which is annoying. I hate when that happens.
Yeah. I know
Yeah, I
Tina
know.
told me she's feeling very on the outs.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I feel the same.
She said the only one she really talks to on her team is like Tara.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, they are always together. Always hanging.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know she's saying that to me too. She's like, I don't want to be like the first one, like, because like I don't want to get put up because I'm the oldest person in the house.
Yeah.
But I don't see anyone here doing that. Like that
No,
doesn't seem like
I don't-
anyone's style.
No, I don't like that trend is kind of like faded.
That's what I said.
Like that hasn't happened for a long time.
Right?
Like not at least the past 3 seasons.
That's what I said, and I was like, yeah, like you're older, but it's not like you're like 85 years old.
She killed it in the apple competition. She was right in there in the ball. Like,
That's what I said. I was like, the past 2 comps, like you've done really, really well.
Yeah. So
I can't see like if someone were to use that excuse, like they would. It's just a cover for something else.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Stress of it all. Another day.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens.
I think so too. Yeah, I just don't really know what anyone would do. Like, I genuinely don't know. Like, if Beth won, I don't know what she would do. I have no idea what she would do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whenever, I think I've maybe talked game once with Beth.
I don't know if I've ever talked to
I
him.
literally just, like, whenever we talk, it's always about stupid things, like about Calgary or, like, surveying or...
Mm-hmm.
It's never like, oh, so, like, who are your
I think she's
targets
kind
in
of
this
tight with
game?
Austin though, right?
I think. I hope. I feel like she's, like, kind of tight with the boys, though. Do you not feel like that?
Well, her and Jed like made out, right?
Period. That's why I'm like, interesting.
Like it could be happening in rooms we don't know about.
Right.
And I already told them I'd cook them a nice dinner for a date.
I also want to know if that was like if he had a challenge with the fucking balls. And if it was for Rose's birthday and we're getting something he knows the whole time.
Exactly, like he might not be done.
Right? That's what when you said that, I was like, oh, that's true. He might still have to do something
And he's
else.
like a prankster guy. Like he likes to like prank people. So he's always thinking about how to prank people.
And I was wondering why he was sitting on that couch for so
He
fucking
was
long.
up there forever. I was sitting up there and he like told me to move. I'm like, huh? He's like, oh yeah, I'm working out. And he like started working out and he was always like looking over the ledge. I literally thought nothing of it. And then those kids started laughing when I was up there with them.
Yeah, I didn't think about it after until you said it, and you're like, he's been up there for a while. And I was like, yeah, he has.
Mm-hmm.
He has been sitting there for like a few hours.
And then as soon as he dropped those balls on V's head, that door, I heard it unlock.
Ooh, yeah. It's true, it's true. And they did call him in the morning to go check the hot tub. There's all those balls in it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Maybe.
Oh, fuck.
Me. Every
Big
time.
brother. Why?
I just want to know when that Expedia door is gonna open.
I want to be in there.
Oh, same.
I always go in there in the morning and like kind of just hang out.
I told Latoya said too. She's like, yo, I want it to be me. Like, I constantly be going in there.
She's always in there.
Constantly. I think she's waiting for it to open.
I think she also likes the heat because every time I go in there, she's like kind of just sitting there with her eyes closed.
Oh, yeah. She's like, I go in there every day and literally try to nap.
Yeah.
I'm like, fair. Fair, fair, fair. I think I'm gonna go get some water. Maybe make tea. What time do you think it is?
It's like 3:34.
So much time. Well, man.
It is way better with shoes in here. Oh my gosh.
Way better with shoes? Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, okay. Okay, Kiefer.
Oh my God. Force through it.
Oh, really? Oh, that'd be kind of fun.
All right. I'm like, thank God for the ball pit.
Yeah, I hung out there yesterday. Maybe a bird.
Right? Anytime you see wildlife. I'm like,
Bird.
I know.
That's the first bird I've seen in a month.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Right? Things like the animals.
Yo.
Seeing the clouds kind of moving. So nice.
Normality.
Nice little reality check. I'd agree. Also, like, whose office?
That's what I was thinking.
I saw someone in that window the other
Stop.
night.
Banana.
Yeah. Banana. Someone was standing in a doorway in the house with their back faced from where I was.
Damn.
Oh.
Has anyone looked in the hot tub?
No.
No.
What if there's something in there?
I feel like
A check for
everything
$100,000.
That'd be pretty funny. I feel like everything that we were gonna find in there has already been found.
I'm getting cold again.
Same. A little chilly. A
I
little
was sweaty.
frigid.
Now I'm cold.
A little frigid. Ooh, yeah, I think. Have you been to the UK before?
Only for like 8 hours, like a layover.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You should go. You should go.
I know. I really should.
I think you would enjoy.
I think I would too. Oh, and a new bird. Have you been?
Yeah. I went to, like, during like reading break for like university. I went to London for like 5 days, and then I went to Paris for 3.
Oh wow. Which did you prefer, Paris or London?
I think I like potentially could have liked Paris more had I
really?
spent more time there.
Yeah.
But I did like London a lot.
Yeah.
It was just like fun. Like I went to like the gay club, you know, just like
Did
hang
you go?
out.
I think Gay is the name of it, or G-A-Y.
Yeah, G-A-Y.
Yeah.
It was good. It was fun.
No pop stars performed for you that day?
No, it was
they
like
all
some
do.
random day.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel like on a random day, like some massive pop star will usually like just show up and perform.
Yeah, it was like a Wednesday or something, and no one was there, and I was like, fuck. But no, it was fun. It's just like different, you know?
Yeah.
It's just so expensive.
Yeah, everywhere is
Because I'm like, how is a Starbucks coffee literally £5? And it's literally $10.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
That's
for
wild.
literally a tall, it's $5.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well.
I just kind of like want to find somewhere that I feel like I fit in more easily.
Okay, that's fair.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, 100%.
'Cause, like I do have like a very dry sense of humor. Like I don't think people in this house like understand I'm joking.
You're like, that wasn't serious.
Yeah. So,
yeah, it's hard.
And I'm just like, okay.
Me, I'm like, anyways,
Yeah.
jokes.
Yeah. How are you finding being like one of the gay ones in here?
It's okay. I was like really worried about night one.
Really?
And like the sleeping arrangement, that was something I was very worried about.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, oh, like, am I gonna have to like bunk with one of the girls?
Mm.
You know, that was like before I entered the house, I was like, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah.
I was like, unless there's literally someone else that's gay in here, like I'm gonna have to bunk with one of the girls because I was like, oh, the straight guys are probably gonna feel like awkward.
Yeah, I would have bunked with you, but all of a sudden it was like Ro and Jed just like took each of the beds, and I was like, okay, well.
Why you mean? I was like, well, here we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you ever get like
Yeah.
nervous around straight guys?
Yeah, always, constantly.
Same.
I just like don't know how to act, and I'm like, do you secretly hate me?
Yeah. Or like sometimes like the questions like they'll ask you, you're like,
why you be? I'm like,
Really?
Literally, I'm like, yeah.
You're just like, okay, like,
right?
I'm gonna
always
go over there now, or just like ask this like bluntly.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, very that. Yeah, that was like my worry coming to the house. I was like, how the fuck am I gonna act with straight guys?
Yeah.
I was like, this might be a problem.
You've been, I think, pretty good. Like,
I try. They really, like, I really do feel so awkward around them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to talk about.
I know, me too. Like sometimes, like, do you ever just like be sitting around a bunch of guys, and all of a sudden, like, they just start talking sports, and you're like,
oh, always, and you're like,
yeah.
Like, oh yeah, man, that team, and you're like, yeah, that team. It was crazy, right?
Yeah.
Totally. Or when they're like talking about like some type of like championship going on. They're like, yeah, it's probably happening right now, and I'm like, sure.
Yeah, I know what that one is.
And you're like, yeah, duh, yeah, that's totally going on right now.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's weird. When I was younger, like I felt like I fit in like a lot more with the girls.
Okay.
Just because like
I've always felt that way, 100%.
Yeah, and then as I got older, I started to like feel like I wanted to be around guys more, not in like a romantic sense. Or
Yeah,
anything.
no, same.
And then, yeah, coming into here, it's just like all of a sudden like the guys were kind of like not the guys that like I surround myself with, because it's like all the guys like more around like artsy guys,
Yeah,
and, like that kind
more
of stuff,
creative,
like straight
yeah.
guys. Whereas like in here, I was like, okay, sports.
Everyone's jockey in here, very that. And you're
Yeah.
like, huh.
Like, okay.
No, it's true. It's kind of intimidating.
Yeah. I see why they threw me in here with them. Like,
to spice it up. You're like, oh, I'm not like any of you. So.
It's not that I don't like anybody. I'm just like, how do I connect?
No, like very different. Do you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
It's fair.
So I'm just like, yeah.
It's hard.
We'll see.
Right.
And today.
Too much.
Just
All of
sitting
it.
pretty today.
Sitting pretty.
Staying out of it.
Honestly, do what you gotta do.
Huh?
Do what you gotta do.
Oh, yeah. I will.
Sitting pretty. In the
Not
VIP.
today. Huh?
Not today.
No. It's like, I feel like such a start campaigning against Rohan on his birthday.
Yeah, that would kind of be a low blow.
I'm not that big of a dick.
Yeah, it would kind of be a low blow. Or like when they were like asking you like, why should I use the power of veto? And you're like,
I was like, what do you want me to say here?
you know exactly right.
Like,
It's so awkward. And you're like,
I think I gave, like, what did you think of my answer?
I thought it was good.
Yeah,
I thought it was
thank
good.
you.
Because
Yeah.
I was, that's what I would have said.
Yeah.
Like, what else do you say?
Like,
I don't think you worked very hard and I don't think you deserved it. So I think that you should use it on me. And everyone's like,
oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
And I feel like even if you did say it in a joking way, like no one would think it was a joke.
Yeah, oh God, no.
Do you know what I mean?
Everyone's too nervous.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
And you just be like, it was a joke, you guys. But anyways,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I got the joke.
Yeah. But then you can't say you get the joke, otherwise.
Right? And I was like, was it really a joke?
Yeah.
Fuck.
No. It's just like, you know.
How are you doing with the peanut butter and jelly? Are you still vibing?
I'm just like accepting it. I'm just like moving. Stop enjoying
You're not
food.
dwelling on it.
I had to stop dwelling on it. I just had to start looking at this week as an opportunity to be excited about things.
That's fair.
Just like,
That's
I
fair.
think maybe gonna be like the most terrifying answer that everyone's gonna hear from me.
Arian.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so over the peanut butter and jelly. Like, I'm so
Really?
over it. After 3 days, I'm done.
Yeah.
I can't.
I'd even just take like different spreads. Like like, give me a hummus to spread on a sandwich.
No, same. I would literally be thriving. I would be like, oh, this is great. I can do this all forever.
Yeah, but no, I can't.
It's just like waking up and being like, I literally only get to eat peanut butter and jelly. That's it.
Or slop.
Yeah, the slop honestly has kind of been coming through, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know.
Just because, like, in my normal.
It's like telling their stories, and you're like, I love you all. And
No, right?
You're still
and you're
gonna
like, oh my
backstab.
god. No, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, that's really it's a mind fuck. Because you're like, I don't know how to feel.
It's a huge mind fuck. And you're just like, what is going on?
Every time. Every time.
I'm curious. I'm excited for somebody else to have a meltdown. Like, I was really hoping that was gonna happen this week.
You're like, I mean, it's only Monday. You never know. Tomorrow,
So
2 days
true.
from now,
Very true.
whole house could blow up with something else.
Yeah.
Someone else just loses it. And we're like, oh, okay.
Just like fingers crossed.
You hoping, praying.
Like, even if it doesn't affect whatever, at least if someone else has one.
Right, you're like, oh, I'm good. It's fine. I'm just the trendsetter.
Yeah. They're bound to happen. Though.
Oh, easily. I already know. I already know. I've already said, I was like, if I have to be on slot for a week, like, I'll lose my mind. Like, everyone will see I'll literally
There's
go
a
crazy.
few people that are like, I can tell, like, the second they're on slop, it's game over.
It's not gonna be cute. Having to
Done.
sleep in that ballroom? No. No. It's not gonna be good. Like, I'll literally go psycho.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. It'll be really funny.
Also, but I'm freezing, so I need to go inside.
Yeah, go
if you're
for
gonna
it.
stay,
Yeah, I'll
enjoy.
sit for a little bit.
It was nice chatting, but I'm frozen.
Yeah, go warm up. Yeah.
See you.
Thank you.
Anything really. Like I think I think the drinks would just bring the vibes. Like
Yeah,
no matter
more so than what they are.
Don't fucking kill me.
the ball pit would be lit.
Oh shit.
Drunk in the ball pit?
Yeah, that's what would piss in it.
Oh,
It'd be you.
Jesus.
It'd be you.
You were Kyle.
It'd be you.
It's one of the 3 Alberta people.
Stop. It's Kyle. It's one of the 3 Alberta people.
Not to generalize,
It's the truest
but
thing
just
you've ever
from knowing
said.
Beth and Kyle, like,
I 100% would be Beth. She'd be like, she would literally like look at me and be like, I'm fucking pissing right now. So
are these those absorbent balls?
Literally, she'd be like, I'm fucking pissing my pants and pop it right now.
The mat underneath is a sponge because this is happening.
She's like, fuck.
Really?
Can you give me some fucking paper towel?
I was
Like
having so
drizzled.
much fun in
Oh,
there
wait, we don't have
earlier.
any. What?
Just like popping up, looking around.
I
Going
love
back
it in there.
Oh, same. I was
It's
literally
good.
laying flat.
Yeah, I came in and like, you know how you're supposed to say, is anybody in here? I didn't think, and I was just about to jump, and Bray just pops up, me.
I was literally like this on the floor.
On the ground?
On the mat.
underneath them?
Yes. On the
Could you
mat.
breathe?
Yeah. Just chilling.
Cool.
I was just
And I
vibing.
found out like you can go on all 4s and crawl around without having any of your body pushed on, so it just looks like a big mound.
Moving.
Trout. It looks, I don't know what it looks like, but I think it looks dope.
Well, next time you go in there, let me know. I'll watch.
Well, I'll watch you too.
Good. Good.
So what are they doing in the
Good.
kitchen?
Huh?
What are they doing in the kitchen?
Cooking slop.
They were just talking about, I don't know, brand names and
Not
size
brand
of the
names.
diamond ring they would want. But
What's your size? What's your cut? Do you know?
I don't really care much
Girls
about
think
a ring.
about cuts and stuff?
Yeah, of course. Like
Really?
pear shape, diamond cut.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Mine's all in the band detail.
Ooh.
Oh.
But Lotoy was just saying, like, she would be really pissed off if she got a really small diamond and her partner should know that that's not her and this and that and that. But
I mean,
I
think it
really
depends.
disagree with that.
Same.
Really
it depends.
disagree. It depends on so much. Things down to finances.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, if you love someone and they're like willing to, you know.
Oh yeah.
That's why I keep telling my girl, next big casino win, like, we're getting married.
Or until you win this game.
All I need is second place.
Off.
That's what I said, not to make you a fucking sweep.
They told her to clean.
On her HOA.
Movies? When we entered the house? Should have asked.
Should have. You should watch movies when you go home. It's pretty sad.
Were yours in like just discs?
I brought them from home.
Oh.
I had them. Bless
Bless
you.
you.
Oh, thank you.
Mine was just a big pink book.
Oh yeah, you read it. Or you looked at it.
Yeah.
I'm not hungry from all the slop though. I'll tell you that much.
I told you, it literally holds you over.
Is there still more?
Great people in the South. Beth is hilarious. Like, I can't with her.
Oh my
She
God.
just keeps me going.
She is so funny.
Like, I really like her. Like,
So do I.
yeah, she's definitely not someone.
Yeah, I love Beth. Oh my God. Yeah, we're cracking jokes today.
Today?
Crack.
Did I miss?
Just me and her.
Oh.
You didn't miss it.
Oh.
We're just cracking jokes.
Jokes are my favorite thing.
I said, Beth, you really have to expose that we had a thing in the bed?
I was shocked.
Why'd you do that?
She did not have to do that.
She's like,
That is not wrong.
She's like, it just came out. I was like, why?
That was funny. So you made the move, eh?
You know what?
It was in the moment.
We were just in the moment. Like, we
I
were.
get that. We were in that spot. It felt right.
You know how it goes. Like,
Oh,
you're
I-
just kind of there. Like, things are guaning.
Yeah, like
You're just like, all right.
Totally get those. I say try again because what the fuck? You know what she kept saying yesterday? She's like, I was like, so how was like the whole jet thing? She's like, I just really wanted it to be Thai. I really wanted it to be Thai. So when she said that, like, I was so confused. I felt like being like, then why did you tell them?
Yeah, she told me that. She told me the same thing today too.
And she meant it though. Like, she's serious.
'Cause
She's like, it was good. I just wish it was Thai.
It was so funny because like, even when I was talking to Austin today, she's like, oh, have you ever tried to kiss anybody in the house? I was like, where did this question come from? I was like, yeah, I tried to kiss Beth once. And she was like, and what happened? I'm like, didn't work out. Then she goes, what do you mean, how? That doesn't make any sense. What do you mean, Beth's obviously down? Are you crazy? That she was going in. And I'm just like,
So wait, did she know or did she not know? Was it just a random
it
question?
was just a random question.
Oh my
She's
god.
like, nah. Like her and Brady are like, nah, she must have been sleeping.
Literally, literally, dead ass. She must have had bad breath or something. She was probably like,
Bad
no,
breath.
bad breath, Beth. Yo, she's like, yo, just let me run and grab some Listerine real quick.
Oh man.
I bet you she's fucking prepared every night now. I think she said yesterday 5 times that she shaved her whole body.
It's true. She did. Yo, Yo,
Yeah.
you're listening, yeah?
Yo, well, you only can hear something so many times till you like, okay, that's smooth.
Listening.
Smooth gal.
Smooth.
That's
Yeah.
jokes.
Oh my god. Yeah, this game's dangerous.
This game is so
I can
dangerous.
see.
It's so dangerous.
I just, yeah, the whole camera thing just
Yo, that's so it's so not
throws
me.
off. Throws me off. Oh, it's coming to you. It throws me off. Is Kyle serious? This is ridiculous.
Those are all his clothes?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm surprised they haven't said anything yet.
It's like to step into my icebox.
Yes, I do.
Oh, man. The Leia. Welcome.
Oh my gosh. It still has not warmed up in here at all.
No, I know.
It's with
I
the
know.
socks.
I was wearing them last night because I was cold.
Oh.
What's up, my dear?
You know, nothing. Same old.
Same old, same old.
Same old. How you feeling?
Feel fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's like cut and dry this week.
I know. It was like, I know. I ran other scenarios in my head, but like it just doesn't. I'm not sure it makes sense.
Like what scenarios?
Obviously, like when two people are on the block, you always think about what happens in either scenario, right? And the only thing that I was just thinking in my mind was like, if Josh were to stay, he still shields everybody.
I know. But
That's
just
the only-
keep shielding everybody.
Yes, but that's also what I didn't want to happen
Yeah.
from the start.
Yeah.
And then if he wins HOH,
We're fucked. Literally, if he wins HOH, me and Jed are going up.
You think so?
100%.
I feel like it could be me. I feel like it could be anybody. I feel like it could be you and Jed. It could be me and you. It could be me and Kyle. It could be Kyle and Ro. It could be, depending on the scenario of teams or not, like it could be anybody.
It could be anyone.
Yeah. So that was like, obviously, like I ran it in my mind. Like I love Ro to death. Like I would never want him to go.
Yeah.
And it's not about, like, it's really not about that. It's not why we're here.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just, I was thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing, like, that I feel like we still need to talk more about is, like, I really think, like, me, you, Beth, and Jed could really have,
Oh, yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like we really could have something. And it's really important that, like,
I mean, I'm with it 100%. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And like, I want to like be here and like win things and like prove myself and like try hard. And I know that you three are also here to do the same. So like, if we're going back to back to back to back, like, it could be sick.
I know. And that's so doable and so possible.
It's so doable.
Yeah.
So doable.
Yeah, because I honestly think us four could go really far in this game.
And also, people don't connect, particularly me, to you guys, which is sick.
And that's what's important, because, like, people automatically, they see you with people and they draw conclusions.
Yeah.
But, like, with us, there's not drawing conclusions. They're
No.
not seeing that.
I agree.
Right? So I just,
People don't even like think that like Beth and I even talk.
I know.
Same with me and you.
I know. They would
And me
never
and Jed.
They would never imagine it.
Never.
But, like, yeah, I really think, like, we could really go deep in this game together. And I just want to make sure that, like, we're all on the same page about that.
100%. That's the thing too, because I know like there's obviously like the worry being on the other side, like that I could just be like, you know what, fuck it, here I go. But like I wouldn't do that because I do want us to all feel like safe with each other, and I feel that. Like I would be amped if you, Jed, or Beth won. I'd be like, thank fuck.
Yeah.
Because with a lot of other people, I have no idea who they would put up. No clue.
And that's what I'm struggling with right now.
Like, I don't know who Kiefer would put up.
I'm running through the list.
I don't know who Ro would put up. I don't know who Kyle would put up.
No. Nobody seems to know.
No one
It's
knows.
all speculations. Like, if I had to guess who puts up who, Kyle puts up Spicy V and somebody else.
And like Brayden or Tara.
Tina. No, I don't think he puts up Tara. I don't see it.
I don't think he'd put up Tina because I think they're kind of like.
I thought he's closer with Tara. I don't know. I don't know though.
Do you think that's going to be the move next week? That just like a big Tina Tara or like Kiefer?
Those are that I think people will think of those as the easier things to do.
And like maybe Ro, because now he's been up and he's not like tied himself tightly to people.
The only issue I see is like Ro and Kyle forming something with whoever else. It's not clear to me yet who they formed it with. It could be Tina or Tara. It could be like it's not clear, super clear to me yet. But I know they're working on something. They have to be.
They're tight.
It wouldn't make sense for them not to be.
So like if you were twin, would you put up like a Kyle?
I don't think I would put Kyle right away. I don't think I'm the one to take out Kyle.
I don't think I am either.
Like, I don't think that's who I need to take out. The question is, if I were to win, who would I have to take out? That's a tough one.
Like, because I feel like Ro feels good with you. Like, I feel like the guys feel good with you.
I have to take out a girl. Now the question is, who would that girl be?
Would you put up, like, I don't know. Like, would you do like Tina and Tara, or either Tina and Tara and Vic? Because I know you're tight with LaToya.
I really hope it's not teams.
I hope it's not teams.
If it's teams, that is ugly.
That is awful. It would literally have to be like.
There's only Jed, LaToya, Ro, Brayden.
And Kiefer.
Is that it? And Kiefer. Holy fuck, that's ugly.
That's really bad.
I'd have to maybe put up. Like, I don't know. Kiefer's just an easy one because, like.
Because he's also not tied to people.
Oh, that's ugly. I think that's one of those ones you put people up and say, you guys gotta fight it out. I don't know what to tell you.
100%. 100%.
That's exactly what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Like, don't know what to say to you. Like, you guys just got to figure this one out.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm put in a situation here.
It's tough. And it's going to be so tough because, like, past Josh, it's just like, it is what it is.
And that's what it is. Where it's like, that, and that's why the scenario crossed my mind.
Yeah.
To keep him, because in keeping him, everybody puts less blood on their hands. But it really depends on if we don't know if we're in teams or not. That's the scary thing. But if we kept him, you could always put him in somebody.
Unless he won. Unless he won, in which case me and Jed are actually fucked. Because Jed called him out and I called him out. Or B. But like, realistically, me and
You guys
Jed.
been going at it.
Realistically, me and Jed.
Everybody's been going at this
Like,
guy.
I actually don't think he can stay just for my mental health.
For yours?
Oh,
What about his? You know what's funny? I feel like him staying would torture him too. Like a little
He's
kid.
self-evic.
Like, we kept him, it wouldn't be good for him.
Because like he's just been saying like oh shit. He told me to put Jed up. I told
No, he
I
didn't.
told
To your
Jed.
face?
He told me like he's like, oh, do I think you should get big physical threat out? Who is that?
Yeah, he's talking about Jed.
He's talking about Jed.
I know, and Jed called him out last night for that.
Yeah. It would legit be me and Jed because he told Kyle that I'm his enemy now. Like he's actually gotta go.
I know.
Like I actually can't handle it.
Oh, we.
I can't handle it.
I was just thinking about scenarios of like, what if he's just so mentally beat down? He just can't win anything.
But take in, he would have won that Apple thing had he not done whatever the fuck he was
But he
doing.
did though. That's the crazy thing.
He tied Tina. If he didn't do that, he would have won it.
But he self-sabotaged. It's self-sabotage
Yeah.
101.
No, I hear you.
You're building Lego in a corner while everybody's doing the challenge. Like, what the hell?
Honestly though, and the fact that he stuck to those apples when they dropped, he's like, those were the best ones.
Hmm?
When he actually went back for them, I was like, fuck, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's tough because, yeah, if he does win, it's horrible.
Horrible. Horrible for half of the four of us.
Yes, I agree. It's not a good situation.
No.
But, I know. The problem is, it's like, we keep Ro. It's not fishy. It doesn't throw anybody off.
Yeah.
And we continue playing the game.
Yeah.
It's just that in keeping him, we all have to understand that it's going to get ugly eventually. We're just pushing. We're just kicking the can further down the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because we can't have him as a shield forever because eventually he will maybe win something and then we'll all be fucked.
And then we'll be fucked. Yeah, we will.
you know.
We will.
Yeah.
My thing was like, I just felt willing to bet that he may not.
I know.
The chances, the numbers, I'm like, nah.
My other worry with him is that he like keeps running his mouth against people's head and people start looking, you know.
Looking what?
At like me and Jed. And they're like, you know what? Yeah. Hundo.
No one is listening to him.
I know.
Any move that's being made related to him,
I know. It's actually
it strictly
just
has
ridiculous.
nothing to do with what he's saying.
Yeah.
It's just strictly like people playing out scenarios.
Yeah.
I think, like, I do think Roe will stay this week.
Yeah.
Just judging by how people feel.
Mhm.
But again, I'm not certain because we had this conversation last week.
I know.
So it's like, it's never.
Oh my god. Oh god.
No, I don't think it'll happen. But like, again, like, obviously, like, there's nothing's ever certain in this house.
100%.
So it's like, it's really hard to say with certainty.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, I just wanted to make sure, like, we're good and, like...
Well, the thing is, if we have the four of us, and you obviously have your own stuff, you know what I mean? Like, you have, like, you've, like, tight relationships with people. I have tight stuff with people.
Mhm.
We'll be good from so many angles.
I know.
You know, because we would just have the numbers no matter what, which is sick.
Yeah, it's just important that, like, yeah, we maintain our trust, maintain our numbers, and maintain our angles.
100%.
And just not falter in it.
100%.
Good.
Because I'm with it. Like,
Good.
I'm so with it.
Yeah. Because I always said to like, even to Jed, I was like, yo, if you guys have to send me home, let me know.
Oh my god.
Just let me know. I do never, ever blindside people. That's not necessary.
No, I know.
Like,
Literally,
let me know if we can sit down talking through how I could stay. If I can't, I'll accept it. I'm willing
Yeah.
to say, like, you know what? I'll try to campaign. I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus. But, like,
Yeah.
if we can't get the numbers and, like, it'll hurt everybody's game in order to keep me, I'm understanding. I get it. Right? But, like, that's, like, the main thing with me is that it can't just be, like, what happened to Julie? Like, I would never want to see that play out for me.
Me neither. Me neither. I would be really upset. Oh man.
I'd have been angrier than her. I probably would have kicked over some furniture on the way out.
Literally.
Right? Like, it couldn't be like that.
Yeah.
Right? But, like, the whole thing is, like, pretty unsuspecting.
I agree. Which I think is sick. Because I also think, like, even if, like, Kyle and Ro were cooking something up, I don't think they're the same numbers as we do.
I don't think so either.
Like, what numbers would they have?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't think they
And
have it.
I'm not at the bottom of it yet.
I think it's the two of them. So far, I'm thinking, like, oh, maybe they are thinking, like, a you and Jed thing.
I think they're working on some of the older people. That's what I feel like.
I'm going to try to go talk to Kyle just to see what he tells me.
He doesn't really give off much information.
Has he talked to you, like, game-wise at all, or no?
We have, but very vaguely. Like, he's not, I could tell, like, he's playing his cards tight to his chest.
Yeah.
He's not really trying to give anything away.
But at some point, he has to if he wants these relationships.
He's gonna have to. But what I think he is, I think he's more so willing to play the long game and wait it out, and then.
Yeah.
I think, like, his strategy in my mind is that he more so, like, he wants to examine everybody.
Yeah.
And really get a good understanding of who's who and what's what. And then start to make his decisions from there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because also, like, in situations where, like, depending on how things go, like, people can make new alliances later in the game. Like, we've seen that happen too. So I think that's what he's trying to work on. But, like, yeah, like, I'm seeing some things that he's doing, like, something's just fishy.
I agree.
There's a fishiness about him that I'm like.
I agree. And the fact that he's, like, so into games freaks me out.
Freaks me the hell out.
He told me that he used to, like, create Big Brother scenarios and play them out with his friends on their camping trips.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
I wouldn't have told anyone that if I was him.
When he told me that too, he's like, yeah, we did Big Brother challenges and this and that. I'm like,
well, huh?
It sounds like he knows every season.
He knows every season inside
Even
out.
the American ones.
Yep.
So like,
This week, can we just get Josh out?
I'm down. Like I'm down for whatever.
Okay.
I was just playing devil's advocate. That's the
100%.
reality.
Yeah, you
because
have
it's like
to.
I have to look at both sides.
You have to.
My only concern was like, Rose a number for Kyle and strengthens Kyle. The issue is, Kyle will have to go eventually because like he will be
agree.
very dangerous. I
I
just don't know when that is. I don't know if that's on me to do.
I
So
agree.
it's like I'm not like he's not a worry for me right now, but it's like it's just something that I'm mindful of.
Yeah,
You know, because I just don't know where his head's at,
I agree.
and that's all I worry about.
I agree.
Okay, good.
I agree with you.
All right, cool. We're on the same page.
Same page, honey.
All right, I'm gonna go eat something because I'm starving.
I think I need to have a smoothie soon.
I
A
want this
smoothie.
room, but not
Not next week?
not too soon. Not next week.
Well, it depends on who's doing well. If it's like a thing where people are dropping and the wrong people
you
are
might
there,
have to take it.
you might have to gun for it.
Yeah. I know. All right, see you soon.
See ya.
Please stop talking about production.
I do really love our house because it's like an older home, and while my kids were small, you know, like really good area. Super open, talking that, like everybody's like, I want it. Like we have a lot of room, but it's kind of and I wanted that. Like, you know what I mean? Like I wanted like that, but when they start getting like older and teenagers, I feel like then they'll lose it, and I'll want more of them to. Yeah, but when they were smaller.
Hey.
This is our second house that we own, and the first one was much more open concept, and I wasn't a big fan with the kids.
I think it would be really cool to like pass down a house to your kids. Like I would love for like
Our first house that we bought was my parents' house.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we bought it off of them when
Not
they
even
moved.
have them buy it, but just like literally like
Here,
inherit
yeah.
it. Do you know what I mean? That'd be cool.
That'd be an awesome feeling. Just
Yeah.
like know you like kinda
Like the house
set-
that they grew up in is like is now theirs.
It's
you
kind
know?
of weird though to like when you have because we initially like bought my parents' house and I loved it. We were there for a few years, but like it never fully felt like it was ours. That was why we moved. It's like I love it, but I want. You know, like I want my kids to have like.
It always felt like your family home and not.
Well, it was
your,
like
you know what I
Farrah,
mean?
like Farrah was
Everybody else.
Farrah was in my old room and Levin was in my brother's room, and it was like I loved the house, but I was like I want a house where we start with us,
Yeah.
where it's just always Levin's
I could
room,
get
it's just
that.
always
I could-
Farrah's room.
Yeah, I could understand.
But it was a hard decision, and like my parent, like everybody's like, "What? You're like getting rid of the house?" Like it came with like emotions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it was the right decision.
Yeah, I could see that. I could totally understand that too. That's fair.
And we literally like it's like we moved like a subdivision over. We didn't
Oh,
even like
really?
move. Yeah, we didn't even move her.
Yeah. I wanted to move, but then everything went down in the world.
Moving is stressful.
Packing.
My condo's just too small now.
Losing things.
Especially once, yeah, I went.
We
Started having kids, like you, like I can't even get over like all this stuff
That's even worse.
my kids have.
Transport trailer stuff and fucking insane because we had bought a house up there, right? And we sold that and came back here. We bought a house. We lived there
Did you
for-
do everything